or Mosholadeji. At last, Nigeria has a new INEC chairman in the person of Professor Joash Amupitan. Yeah, some people don't know that that is a Yoruba name. And on this episode of Politics with Joshua Blog, we'll be looking at the profile of the man and some of the scandals that are emerging as regards the personality of the man. Although largely the man has some good personality, he appears to be a good man, and there's no much controversy about him. He appears to be a decent man that has been doing his noble job of being an academic all throughout his life. But then there are some things that are emerging as regards the calculation of his age and all that. So we have a lot to dissect tonight. We have a lot to review. We'll be looking at Tinubu's choice, the politics and dynamics behind it, a whole lot of things for us to look at tonight. And we'll be doing that on this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, Dr. Mosholadeji. Different things for us to dissect tonight. Trust me, it's going to be an interesting night. And if you are watching me, there is a link as usual that you can use to join the live stream. There is a link, and if you ask me on the WhatsApp line, definitely I can send it to you. And what is your impression about Mahmood Yakubu, the erstwhile national chairman of INEC, the immediate past national chairman? I wish to hear from you guys. What do you think about Mahmood Yakubu? What would Mahmood Yakubu be remembered for? Afolabi Adeliyi. Is it Adeniyi or Ade? Are you sure there's no mistake in that name? Afolabi Adeliyi is saying, great to have you on a day like this. If you are watching me, say hi. Tell me where you are watching me from. Say hi and tell me where you are watching from. I love to know where you are watching me from on a day like this. Trust me, it's going to be a very interesting time because I have a lot of things to unpack for you as regards Tinubu's choice for INEC chairman. 2027 seems to be far away, but to politicians in Nigeria, it's just as if 2027 is like tomorrow. Why is it like that? Well, apparently because of the premium that we place on politics in Nigeria. We all know that in Nigeria, politics is a very lucrative sport. And tonight, we'll be looking at the profile of the man, some of the scandals that are emerging as regards his personality. Adebayo Sholola is saying that, Adebayo Sholola, I've seen your name before on my live stream because I remember the last time I did live, I remember that Sholola. Great to have you, Adebayo Sholola. Tell me where you are watching me from on a day like this. Share this video. Press the like button. Let other people get to see it. Let them know what is happening as regards politics and happenings in the politics. So tonight, I have a lot of things for you. Okay, it says, no mistake, that is how your name is spelled. Okay, Afolabi Adeliyi. Okay, Adeliyi. Okay, God bless you. Great to have you. The one that is popular is Adeniyi. That's the most popular one. But great to have you. Duru Boniface is saying, Boniface watching from Munich, Germany. Germany, one of the silent great countries in the world, particularly in terms of technology. Some of you don't know that some of the cars that you are driving that you love so much are made in Germany. Duru Boniface, great to have you on a day like this. So what do I have for you tonight? I would be telling you about Joash Amupitan, the new national chairman that was recommended after the Council of State met. Who are the Council of State? What is the role of the Council of State? Do they have any effect in the decision-making of Nigeria? What are the politics and dynamics that shaped Tinubu's appointment of Joash Amupitan? I will be breaking a lot of things down for you on a day like this. Samuel Makinde is saying, well done, you are doing great. Greetings from Ibadan. That is the ancient city of the new Olubadan, Olurashidi Adewolu Ladojadi Arusa the first. Kudos to the Oba, who happens to be the past governor of Oyo State. Great to have you from the ancient city of Ibadan. And Afolabi is watching me from the United States. Share this video. Let people get to see it. Let us assemble to enjoy ourselves, to dissect and analyze on a day like this. Victor Adebayo is saying, good evening, brother. My dear brother, great to have you. I have the link. If you wish to join me live, I wish to hear from Nigerians as regards what is their impression about Mahmood Yakubu. But I will be telling you the profile of the new INEC chairman, some some of the scandals that are evolving. You know, Nigeria, the way Nigeria works, some things are brewing. Although, if you search the man, you won't see anything pertaining to his name, much scandal like that. But something is brewing in the social media space, and I will be telling you about it. And in the next days, if it eventually becomes an issue of concern for Nigerians, then you would know that, well, yours truly already brought the issue to you. But trust me, I will be telling you about them. What do I have for you tonight? I will be telling you about the importance and relevance of an INEC chairman. The INEC chairman is the one that I call the unhistorical president. You heard me right. Unhistorical president. What do I mean by that? When I call an INEC chairman an unhistorical president, when do they kind of like emerge in that kind of position, and what role do they play? I will be telling you if you stick around with me. Please like this video, press the love button, let other people get to see it, share it, invite other people. Let us have a great time together. Ibrahim Adewale is saying that, hello doctor, we are here for another wonderful analysis. Greetings from Sweden, UK. Great to have you, my dear brother Ibrahim Adewale, and I can assure you that I have a lot for you tonight. Clement Ibanga is saying he's watching from Abuja. Say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from on a beautiful day like this. Give me like this video. Let it get to reach other people. Press the love button. Give me some love. Now, apart from, I will be telling you about the importance and relevance of an INEC chairman. Then I will be telling you about Sowore. You know, you need to fear Omoyele Sowore, because Sowore was one of the people that revealed that, well, this is the person that is going to be appointed as INEC chairman. Sowore is not a member of the APC, but how does he get some of this exclusive information? Because if any information is to be leaked in the DSS, it will be leaked by Sahara reporters. If it's going to be leaked, if a police information is leaking, it's going to be by Sahara reporters. So I don't know how Sowore gets this information, some of this, exclusive information that it brings forward. So definitely, I think that Sowore must have some strong links. So I would be telling you about, something about Sowore as regards all this information. Then I will be telling you about the conduct of the presidency, the dynamics that shape the emergence of Professor Amupitan, and what the Tinubu government is doing wrong. Something that can kind of like, should I use the word finish, if I can use that word, that can finish the Tinubu presidency. What Bola Tinubu is doing that is not taking cognizance of, but trust me, that thing can wreck him completely. I will be giving him that advice right there on this platform. Because why? I don't have his number. I don't have access to the president. I've never moved close to him by 100 or even 10 or 50 meters before. So this is the kind of platform that I can give my advice to the president as regards the dynamics that shape the emergence of Professor Joash Amupitan. I would be telling you that, and some of the dangers behind it. Also, I will be telling you as regards the appointment, appointing Professor Joash Amupitan. What does it mean? There have been controversies that why is the president always the one to appoint the INEC chairman? That this is not fair. It's like you want to play a game, then one of the member of the team is appointing the referee. Now, in this instance, how is it good? How is it bad? How does it cast aspersion on the conduct of the general election? I have that for you tonight. And also, I will be telling you about Tinubu's appointment generally. We'll be doing an holistic review of his appointment. And trust me, Tinubu is a smart guy, because there is a game that is playing as regards appointment in Nigeria. Tinubu is injuring the North. Tinubu is, he will pinch them, with pin, and it will blow cold breeze. And now the North is handicapped. They cannot do anything because Tinubu has beaten them to their game. What is that game? What is that thing that Tinubu is doing? How is he hurting the North, and why the North cannot speak? I will be telling you that on this episode of Politics with your sure plug. And also, I will be telling you about Muhammadu Buhari, how Muhammadu Buhari gave Bola Ahmed Tinubu the leverage that he's enjoying today, and why the North cannot say anything. If you care to know, let me give you an expo. Do you know that Professor Joash Amupitan is a Yoruba man, but you will say that he's from the North Central? Well, I can tell you that even though if you give me this Igbo attire. Tell me the name. Hey, I've forgotten the name of this popular Igbo attire. Somebody remind me in the comment section. That popular Igbo attire. If you give, because great to have you, my dear sister. Remember me the name of your native attire, the one that Nnamdi Kanu wanted to be wearing to court before the DSS said no. Hey, it's a very common name. Please, somebody remind me in the comment section. If you give me that attire, that doesn't mean that I'm an Igbo man. I am a Yoruba man. Joash Amupitan. Remember, Amupitan. I will tell you the meaning of Amupitan. Isiagu. God bless you. Chuma Maduba. God bless you, my dear brother. Isiagu. That's what I'm looking for. I'm coming to the comment section. Keep it buzzing. Say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from all over the world. Because trust me, it's going to be a very interesting night. And after giving you what to expect from me tonight, I will be giving you the phone number for you to say hi to me, and I can send you the YouTube live stream, the YouTube live stream link, and you can join. Look at it. This is the live stream link. If I send it to you, definitely you can participate. You can join. People will see your face, and trust me, you can make your contribution. What do you think about the appointment of Joash Amupitan? Then, apart from that, what do you think as regards the service year of Mahmood Yakubu? I want to hear from you, Nigeria. So in a moment, I'll be calling the WhatsApp number for you. So what I can say is get your spare phone ready, get your pen and paper ready, because I will be calling the WhatsApp number for you. And if you are lucky to grab it, because I will call it just like 3-4 times, if you grab it, say hi to me, request for the link, and you would be live to share your thought on this program. That is one of the new innovation I have on this program. Before, it's only me that is doing the talking. At some point, people call in via WhatsApp, but now it's not only via WhatsApp, you can also call live to make your contribution on the program. So what else do I have for you tonight? I'm talking about how Buhari did a lot of damage and why the North cannot say anything for now. And I will be giving you instances of what the North could be benefiting for now, of how the North could have been checkmating Bola Tinubu, but then Muhammadu Buhari has already locked that door. He has already thrown the key into the Atlantic Ocean, and now Tinubu is not suffering from it. In fact, Tinubu is rejoicing. Who are the people suffering from it? The average Northerners. I will be telling you that on this episode with your sure plug. Then I will be telling you about the political dynamics that shape Amupitan's emergence, the controversy. I will be telling you the tribal dynamics, a lot of things. And I will be telling you the Northern cheat code and how it has backfired. If you have been listening to my outline, you will know that we have a lot to cover today. So it will be good if you stick with me, just so that we can dissect the issues together. Also, we'll be setting tax for the new INEC Chairman, Professor Joash Amupitan. Let me go to my comment section, and after the comment section, I would be calling the WhatsApp number for you to join me live on this episode of Politics with your sure plug. Now, let me go to my don't just say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from. Let me know where you are watching me from. Afolabi Adeli is watching me from United States. Victor Adebayo, you didn't tell me where you're watching me from. Ibrahim Adewale is watching me from Sweden in UK. Clement Ibanga from Abuja. Adelani Adedeji is watching me from Nigeria. Ngozi Ilo, I think that should be UK or US. I can't remember, but I know she's one of the regulars on my platform. Shout out to you, my dear sister Ngozi Ilo. Chuma Maduba, thanks for reminding me of Isiagu. Ben Ukaegu, I see you. Uma Emmanuel, Fidelis Emua Ogoche, I see you. Great to have all of you. And Chinedu Chukwani, Ben Ukeagu, a lot of people on my platform. Chuma Maduba is watching me from Germany. God bless all of you. The master says, why should a partisan president appoint the so-called INEC chairman? Nigerians should change that nonsense law. I will be diving into that in a moment. And I see all of you. Victor Adebayo from Texas, Ngozi Ilo, from UK, and Fidelis Emua says is correcting the mistake of Jonathan. Nathan Akitude says from New York City. Great to have all of you. Share this video. Let others get to see it as well. Now, let me call you the WhatsApp number. If some of you already have it anyway, but if you want to call in to make a contribution, let me tell you the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is +55 13 99 666 6361. Mushiman83 says, Said from Mushin, Lagos. Great to have you. And I see you, Comfort Area Mieto. I hope I got that correctly. Great to have you. +55 1399 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. If you miss it, say tell me in the comment section. Let me call it out again for you. But then it is +55 1399 666 6361. First, let me start with Mahmood Yakubu. Mahmood Yakubu, the immediate past national chairman of INEC, he could have exit in glory, if I can use that word. Fifibelis Obase, watching from UK, I see you. That you're from Surulere. Augustine, I just said Augustine Badudo. I hope I got that correct. Apologies if I mispronounce it. Now, Mahmood Yakubu, the immediate past INEC chairman, could have been a great guy that Nigerians would have applauded. But one thing, is tenure, which is the issue of the IRF as regards the presidential election in 2023. Nigerians were looking forward to that particular election, that, there is a new innovation and the election will be free and fair. But Mahmood Yakubu played the Abra, and apparently Nigerians are yet to forgive him. But his tenure is not just all about failure in the true sense of it, because Mahmood Yakubu also came up with some great innovations. And what are some of the innovations that Mahmood Yakubu came up with? Some of the innovation is the introduction of beavers. Mahmood Yakubu did well in that regard. He introduced the beavers into Nigerian election, and that particular beavers definitely had some things to contribute to the election of Nigeria. So as long as you may not like Mahmood Yakubu, always remember that his tenure is not just about failure. It's not just a total failure, as they used to call it. Now, let us look at this appointment of Professor Joash Amupitan. Omoyele Sowore disclosed that, there is some words on the street that Tinubu will be appointing one Professor Joash Amupitan. And Nigerians are wondering that this Sowore, you don't start, Jare. But if you look at Sowore and if you look at People's Gazette, I don't know the powers behind People's Gazette, but then definitely there's a way Sowore comes up with some of these informations. And when it comes up with those information, most time they are apparently genuine. So Sowore was one of the people that said that, well, Tinubu is going to appoint Professor Joash Amupitan, and lo and behold, it came to pass. Tinubu eventually appointed the man, and today the man is the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Now, having said that, you see, I must say that don't joke with man like Omoyele Sowore. Sowore is one person that, call him a dangerous guy, and you won't be wrong, in the sense that the way Sowore has silenced Wike these days, and Sowore is one person that if he knows anything about you, he doesn't care who you are, definitely is going to leak out that particular secret. I don't know how he gets all these informations. I don't know the way he goes by it, because if anything leaks in police and DSS, definitely they will point to one man, Omoyele Sowore. So Sowore has, his way around some of these things. I don't know how he's able to go by it, and I don't know how he succeeds in getting those information. So Sowore already leaked that info that it will be Professor Joash Amupitan. And one of the things that is said about him is that Joash Amupitan is the lawyer, or should I say the former lawyer, of Senator Dino Melaye. Don't forget that Dino Melaye is of the Atiku camp. Dino Melaye is one of the politicians in Nigeria that they don't want Bola Tinubu to continue as president of Nigeria. Dino Melaye is one of the, should I say the political foes, or if you like, enemy of Bola Tinubu. And from the revelation of Sowore, he disclosed that Professor Joash Amupitan was Dino Melaye's lawyer for 10 years, about 10 years. Now, if somebody has been a lawyer, I've been your lawyer for 10 years, that person, you would have shared some bond, you would have shared some close affinity and relationship with that particular person. So the big question is that, is Dino Melaye the inroad of the opposition into the heart of Professor Joash Amupitan, or is it that Professor Joash Amupitan will be loyal to the ruling All Progressive Congress, or could it be that he would be an unbiased umpire? lawyer. So what will happen in the days ahead will lead us into answering that particular question. But now what we have established is that Professor Joash Amupitan, according to the revelation of Sahara, is about 10 years lawyer of Senator Dino Melaye. But then you can be a lawyer of anybody. In fact, how best you are as a lawyer depends on how you can defend people and how you can defend criminality. So I don't really rate that as anything, in the sense that some people will say, oh, because you are going to defend an armed robber, oh, you are a bad person. How will you go and defend an armed robber? That armed robber was the one that killed this person, just like what happened to this Arise News presenter, Somi Tochukwu, something like that, that died, right? If a lawyer, if they appoint a lawyer, people will say, oh, but we all know that it's these armed robbers that killed this particular lady, or it is their action that brought about the circumstance that led to her death. Fine, all well and good. But then again, don't forget that even at that, then those armed robbers will still have a lawyer. And at the end of the day, how good you are as a lawyer, it depends on how you can be able to save those armed robbers. If at the end of the day, you are able to save them, your colleagues will rate you that, oh, this is a good lawyer, that this is a tight case, but you are able to win it. So on another day, if they see a very tough case, they will push it to you. So what I can say is that you cannot judge somebody because the person has represented somebody either good or bad. No, I won't use that to rate a person. But the fact is, as disclosed by Sahara, Professor Joash Amupitan is the 10-year lawyer of Dino Melaye. So if the PDP, if the Article Bloc, if they want to make an inroad to Professor Joash Amupitan, I can tell you that one of their sure bets will be Dino Melaye. But looking at it, does Dino Melaye have that capacity to override or to win the heart of Amupitan? Because don't forget that the APC boys, their eyes is also on the professor. They are looking at him. They would have made some research about him. And I can tell you that in Nigeria, let me tell you something from my lens as a political scientist and a bona fide Nigerian. You see, in Nigeria, there are some appointments. There are some appointments in Nigeria that you don't just, they can't just look at you and give it to you. No, some of the appointment is who will become the Minister of Finance. They can't just look at you and say, oh, let's just give it to this person because he's a good economist. No, you must have an inroad. You must have a link. Somebody must have talked about you. Somebody must have recommended you. Somebody must have vouched for you before you are made the Minister of Finance. Same also for the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. It's not just a post that they will just give to you and say, oh, because you are a decent man. Oh, because you are a good man. Because you are a man of integrity. Oh, yeah, take this position. In fact, I can tell you that if politicians say you are a man of integrity, that's when Nigerians should be careful of you. Because integrity in the world of Nigerian politicians is how good you are able to manipulate things, how good you are able to do things in their favor, how good you are able to perform some magic and abracadabra. That's when you are a good person. So when Nigerian politicians say, oh, let me use a name, Ngozi Ilo, if Nigerian politicians say, oh, Ngozi Ilo is a man of integrity, then I need to look at Ngozi that, oh, see, for Nigerian politician to call you a man of integrity, then my eyes is on you, because for anybody that Nigerian politicians calls a man of integrity, definitely you need to look at that person very well. But Professor, President Bola Tinubu has declared that, oh, Amupitan is a man of integrity. Well, in the days ahead, we will see what will happen as regards the man. But I can tell you that if anything comes up, and I told you at the beginning that something is brewing, like 3 things is already brewing. The man was appointed just a few hours ago. About 3 scandals are already surfacing as regards the man. And I would tell you that one of it is as regards age. Nigerians are making some permutations, and combinations. They are doing some arithmetic, and they are arriving at something as regards the age of the man. And Nigerians are saying that, wait a minute, hold on. This man, looking at him, could it be the age that we think he is? Could it be the age that he is saying he is? Nigerians are beginning to say that, and I will be giving you the arithmetic. I will be telling you the controversy that is emerging as regards the age of, Professor Joash Amupitan. I will be telling you about that in a moment. But then let me follow my outline as I've said it. So definitely, one thing is that the appointment of Amupitan, as I was saying earlier before giving you a clue of one of the scandal that is coming up against him, is that Tinubu said he's a man of integrity. integrity. Usman Ododo also said he's a man of integrity. Now, let me focus on President Bola Tinubu a little bit. Let me tell you something about that man. Hear this and hear me well. Tinubu is a long-term politician. Tinubu has been in this game for so long. And if you care to know, Tinubu will never appoint somebody that will make him to lose an election. Let us be sincere with ourselves. If you like, believe me. If you like, don't believe me. If you like, say this and that. But I know that looking at President Bola Tinubu, like for Muhammadu Buhari, just like for I think the only righteous man here could be Goodluck Jonathan. Same for Olusegun Obasanjo, right? These are people that they will not appoint somebody that they know will make them lose an election. So the truth is that if you are appointed just so that somebody will not lose an election, so if they call you man of integrity, are we not supposed to look at you very well that, hey, Alaye, what kind of integrity are you talking about? Then calling a man of integrity is not like marriage. It is only marriage that you will collect certificates. They will give you certificates. Say, oh yeah, take certificates. Then you will now go for exam. So in this instance, INEC Chairman no be like that. Oh, we don't want that kind of thing. You in fact do the exam first before we give you certificate. So all those ones wey Bola Ahmed Tinubu dey talk, forget, hold water, in the sense that you cannot say, oh, this man is a man of integrity. No worry, leave am. No advertise am for us. May we discover am ourselves. Let there be election in Anambra. Let's see what he will come up with. Let there be election in Osun State, the by-election in Ekiti State. Let this election come up. Let us see the innovation that this man will come up with. Then Nigerians will now begin to say, oh, what a man of integrity. But I can tell you that if anything is to go by, I feel as sad that last Nigeria go cause Amupitan out of office. I can tell you that if just looking at the way things will go in 2027, because don't forget that what led to the exit of Mahmood Yakubu. Let me tell you, some of you don't know, and just learn from this thing that I'm about to say, and I will balance it with the exit of Akinwumi Ambode in Lagos State, former governor of Lagos State. Then I will now blend it with the exit of Mahmood Yakubu, then the emergence of Sanwo-Olu and the emergence of Professor Joash Amupitan. Now, there was a report also by Sahara that when Bola Ahmed Tinubu came back from his recent trip to Paris, you know that the president went to Paris for a trip. And I need you to follow me and listen attentively. Look at this permutation and equation. Now, don't forget, I'm still going to the scandal that they are talking about Professor Joash Amupitan. Now, people are saying as regards age and all that. But when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was on vacation to Paris recently, the president was there. And while in Paris, he was brainstorming. He was thinking, oh, who am I going to appoint? The president has already made his decision. He would have had maybe 2 or 3 names. Some of his political boys would have be searching across Nigeria. Who can we use? Who is the instrument that can deliver? If you like, think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not think about how this man will deliver him in 2027. You are only joking about yourself. You are only joking. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a power-oriented guy. What he needs is just to sit down on that seat. Or immediately he sits down on that seat. To remove him, you will need a combination of thunder and lightning for you to remove the man. Say hi to me in the comment section if you are watching me. Tell me where you are watching me from. So when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in Paris, you know that there was a scandal that, oh, this governor, Sanwo-Olu, Pusodima, they were at the airport, they were waving, say, oh, daddy, bye-bye, and all that. And people were protesting it. So when the president came back, it was reportedly that, oh, Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, went to meet the president. So, Baba, there's fire on the mountain. Oh, Sammy is saying, great to have you there. Oh, Baba, you don't sleep. Oh, there is great fire on the mountain. And what is that particular fire? He said, this Mahmood guy can't be trusted again. Oh, we cannot trust this guy because all what he has been doing now, we are suspecting him that this guy definitely is loose guarded. We cannot trust him again. He cannot be trusted again. In fact, we don't want him again. And if you don't act fast, Mr. President, this man will damage a lot of things. Don't forget that Mahmood Yakubu was once their good boy. Mahmood Yakubu of INEC was once somebody that, they love in quote. But then, as it is now, the governors are turning against. And don't forget that Uzodinma is the governor of the Nigerian Governors Forum. Do well to press the love button. Subscribe if you are here, to press like on this video. Give me a like, give me the love button as we continue. So when Hope Uzodinma reportedly met with President Bola Tinubu, and he said that, Mr. President, if you don't remove this Mahmood Yakubu very quickly, definitely things will go out of hand. I gave you the background of how Showore, apparently get this information. I don't know how he does it, but then most of the things he say usually come to pass. And Sarah reported then that Tinubu will soon remove this man. And lo and behold, the man was sent on leave, and he will be going home from there. Now, what are we to pick from that? One of the sins of Mahmood Yakubu, don't forget, I want to link it with that of Sanwo-Olu. One of the sins is that he recognized the David Mark-led ADC. Don't forget that, as usual, the ADC already have one or two issues in their camp. There was problem left, right, and center, apparently caused by the APC, because it is beyond coincidence that there's problem in APC, there's problem in ADC, there's problem in PDP, there's problem in Labour Party, there's problem in ADC. ADC, where they just form, whenever even ripe, if you allow me to drink water, drop cup, people will be say they never know before, that they lodge for hotel, that they sleep, that they live life, that they use security escort, jeep they carry them waka. State chairman wey be say nobody know before, state chairman wey no get any level, all of a sudden they ride jeep. So the Atiku Abubakar caucus is saying, look at these men, they have been bought over by the Tinubu camp. So the APC guys were working very hard that these guys should not be recognized, that do not recognize the David Mark-led ADC, that let the struggle continue. Let them be going from court to court. Let the, I think it is Kachuku, I can't forget, I don't remember his first name, Kachuku. Kachuku is giving them headache. Let the headache continue. But then, do you now know what happened? Yakubu decided to go ahead and recognize the ADC led by David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola. That was one of the things that, Hope Uzodinma allegedly told Mr. President, that this guy, is not supposed to go ahead and register them. What is the sin number 2 of Mahmood Yakubu? I just want to give you a context before I move to the next point. The sin number 2 is that there is a party called ADA, that the Atiku El-Rufai, they are trying to register. About 150 people, they decide to, about 150 associations, not people, associations submitted a proposal that they want to register political party. I think out of those 150, INEC was able to screen about I think 15 or 20 that, okay, you are the people that have met the requirement to be registered as a political party. Guess what? Do you want to hear why Bola Tinubu went mad allegedly at Mahmood Yakubu? Before I go into this, Professor Amupitan, and that is why I want to use Ambode in Lagos as an example before I tell you about this Amupitan, so you will understand something, that there are some things that Amupitan cannot do. If you like, scream from now till next year. If you like, break your head against the wall. The man, apparently has learned, just like Ambode and Sanwo-Olu in Lagos. There are some things now that Sanwo-Olu will not do. That's why I call Sanwo-Olu Governor Wakajeje. Waka like this. Sanwo-Olu has been wakajejeing in Lagos, and when I link both together, INEC and Lagos, you will understand what I'm saying. So when Mahmood Yakubu decide to say that, these are the parties that have met the requirement, guess what? The ADA that Atiku Abubakar and El-Rufai proposed to register was among those political parties. That is how the APC guys went mad. All there was left was that Yakubu, you the craze. We just say you be our guy now. Which kind of nonsense be this? So if you bring up one thing, even if not irrelevant thing, if you bring them up. So out of the 150 political parties, now about 15 or 20 go in that screen, and I still get confidence. Say, are that there among those parties where we go register? Are that there among the party where you want register? 2, ADC. You recognize the David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola led executive of David Mark, despite the fact that there is crisis in the party that you could have leaned on to say that, the way if INEC want to play their politics. So the Tinubu boys were suspecting this Mahmood Yakubu that this guy, there's something changing about him. You don't recognize ADC. Now you want to register Ada. If we not quickly remove this guy go spoil things for us. Oh, this guy go dabaru things. This guy go spoil our show. And the more there is problem in the opposition party, the best for us. In fact, there must be problem in those opposition party. So these two major things were one of the reasons that President Bola Tinubu, based on the conviction of the leader of the APC Progressive Governors Forum, as they call themselves, in the person of Hope Uzodinma. So these are the reasons that President Bola Tinubu, as reported by Sahara, had to listen to Hope Uzodinma. That Hope, you don't give me hope. You have some point. Yakub now, you don't go out of line, Abi. And tenure don't almost expire. May we remove him. So there's this suspicion that if they don't remove Mahmood Yakub before his 1 month tenure, he may have gone ahead to register Ada. And don't forget that one of the, alleged modus operandi of APC is that no party must see the light. No party must make sense. Thou shalt not have peace. That is one of the logo of APC at the moment. That if you are not APC, any other political party, except you are all these mushroom political parties that you don't get level, nobody know you. But if the political party has Atiku Abubakar attached to it, if that political party get Peter Obi attached to them, the rule is thou shalt not have peace. There must be no peace. There must always be problem. If that party has any of these strong guys attached to it, there must be no peace. Look at even NNPP. Kwakwanso will be saying just Lord of Kano. Even in party, they don't get peace. For in party, it's beyond coincidence. In ADC, there's no peace. It's beyond coincidence. In Labour Party, that one scatter. It's beyond coincidence. So it seems to be the unwritten rule of APC that any political party, if we defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu or we get any of these strong guys, there shall be no peace. So that was one of the reasons that they quickly removed Mahmood Yakubu. That Alaye, go on leave. Bye-bye. And from there, you are gone forever. Now, let me equate it to what I said about Lagos. You see, Sanwo-Olu learned some lesson from Ambode in the sense that Ambode tried to be his own man. Ambode tried to operate on his own, that I'm a governor. I should be able to take some decision. Me too, I get sense in my own right. I should be able to use my sense to govern Lagos now. There's some decision there where we say as governor, I suppose to take on behalf of the people of Lagos where elect me. So Sanwo-Olu tried to be his own man. He tried to operate the way Ambode tried to be his own man. Then they kicked him out. Now they brought in Sanwo-Olu. You see that when they kicked Ambode out and they brought in Sanwo-Olu, Sanwo-Olu learned from the experience of what happened to Ambode, and ever since Sanwo-Olu became governor, he has been what? He has been governor waka like this, in the sense that Sanwo-Olu will go the way he thinks that we favor the party members that were complaining during Ambode. Sanwo-Olu will go the way he thinks we favor Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You see that when Tinubu was angry with him recently, and when Tinubu even shunned him in public, Sanwo-Olu still maintained his steez and he was still going to beg the president. So what that means is that he has learned from the fate of Akinwumi Ambode. Now, let us move it to this INEC now. What happened to Mahmood Yakubu recently? For me, I think that if Mahmood Yakubu is contributing to the problem in the opposition political parties and is causing a lot of headache, I can tell you that Mahmood Yakubu will leave office the day his tenure will expire. That is when he will leave office. In fact, he get where Mahmood Yakubu go create problem. Read for those political parties where we say Tinubu go think say this Mahmood Yakubu be like saying a good instrument. Alpha, Akpabio, Alpha na my guy. Alpha, we fit change the law, we fit change constitution, we fit change the tenure of INEC Chairman to 3 terms. This Mahmood Yakubu guy, be like say, he dey in here though, he dey deliver well. That is why, if you doubt me, let me give you an example. See, look at this Minister of Science that forged certificate. Look at Nyesom Wike. If you look at it, Nyesom Wike is accused of corruption, Florida property, land grabbing, this one, that one, but nothing has happened to Nyesom Wike. Nothing has touched Nyesom Wike. But this one, just one scandal, one small scandal, one small scandal, say, you forged certificate. Immediately, signal come to Alaye, go and resign. Why? Because the man is relatively gentle, he's relatively peaceful, he's not like, a strong political instrument like that. He's not the type that can be causing trouble all over the place. Is eased out. But yeah, yes, on weekend when we say, oh, this guy they very crazy, it's a bit cause trouble everywhere. He they cause trouble, they go, they abuse anybody, they go, they blast anybody, papa, he no send anybody. No matter the sin where yes on weekend commit, he will be the minister of FCT till 2027, whether you like it or not. What is the reason why? The reason why is that yes on weekend is a good instrument in FCT to win the election. It's also a good instrument in Rivers State to win the election in Rivers State. So Tinubu is a politically calculative guy. Now, go back to this Professor Joash Amupitan, in the sense that Joash Amupitan would have apparently learned from what happened to Mahmood Yakubu. So don't forget that in the days ahead, if Joash Amupitan is giving the opposition headache as regards the registration of ADA, that ADA, then you can learn why he's acting like that. He has learned from Mahmood Yakubu, the fate of Mahmood Yakubu. Don't forget that the APC can still remove him before 2027. 2027 is still far away. They can still remove him. They see that this guy is not cooperating. So I don't see Professor Amupitan performing like that because, one, if we want to please them and if we want to learn from what happened to Mahmood Yakubu, that, oh, one of the things that affect Mahmood Yakubu is this ADA registration. Now, if Amupitan enter office, he go frustrate that ADA registration. You understand what I'm saying now? Using the comparison of Ambode and Sanwo-Olu in Lagos, situating it to Amupitan and Yakub. So the registration of ADA in the coming days will be frustrated. Another thing is that, you see, the recognition of mark in ADC, definitely I won't be surprised if that recognition is eventually frustrated, because at the end of the day, Joash Amupitan, the circumstance that brought him into office, some of the lessons he had learned from his predecessor will shape his action. If your predecessor is putted out of office, let me give you an example. Let me give you another example. If you are watching me, tell me where you are watching me from. Subscribe, turn on your notification button. I will be calling the WhatsApp number again, and you can request for the YouTube link, and you'll be able to make your contribution live. And also, you can call me via the WhatsApp number. Say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from across the world. Now, let me give you another example. Siminalayi Fubara, the way Nyesom Wike want to make useless of that guy. If Nyesom Wike had succeeded in making a mockery of Siminalayi Fubara and he had been booted out of office, I can tell you that the next governor that will come in for Rivers State will be Governor Wakajeje. Why? He would have learned from the circumstance that led to the exit of his predecessor, Siminalayi Fubara, just as Sanwo-Olu learned from the circumstance that led to the exit of Akinwumi Ambode in Lagos. So now, what will happen is that Professor Amupitan had learned from what led to the exit of Mahmood Yakubu, and based on that, don't expect any magic from Professor Joash Amupitan. So in the coming days, I don't see any major thing happening. In fact, I can assert safely that in 2027, I won't be surprised if INEC says that they are not using electronic transmission of results. If they come up with any argument, I won't be surprised at all. Now, let us go to Tinubu himself. Tinubu as a president, before I go into the controversy surrounding Professor Joash Amupitan, you see, every Nigerian already knew that Amupitan will be appointed. That is a bit of loose guard on the part of the presidency. And I'll tell you the reason why. When such sensitive appointment, when it leaks out beforehand, if it leaks out the way this one leak, you have created a problem for yourself as a president, in the sense that there will be a lot of lobbying. Lobbyists go old sway, say, oh, what will we do to change the decision of the president? What can we do to make sure that we stop this appointment? So if the president has taken a decision or is about to take a sensitive decision, you must be sure that those around you are very careful people in such a way that that appointment, it doesn't leak. For instance, when Obasanjo was to appoint Maurice Iwu, you didn't hear it. It's every Nigerian does not already know before he appointed Maurice Iwu. The announcement just came. That is a secured presidency. When Muhammadu Buhari was to appoint this man, Mahmood Yakubu, then everybody did not already know. That is a secured presidency. But when Amupitan is to be appointed, everybody already don't know. Oh, my dear sister, Abosede Ojo, great to have you. One of my regular viewers on this platform. Great to have you, my dear sister, watching me from, I think, the United States. Great to have you. So everybody already knows that, oh, Professor Amupitan will be appointed. And if you are a president, you must have some secret. You must have people that can keep secret. But in this instance, there's no secret. It is already everywhere that, oh, he's going to appoint this man. All Nigerians already know. I think Tinubu should check his camp. He should watch his inner circle. Who are the fifth columnists? Who are those that are leaking out secrets? Who are those that cannot keep their mouth shut? Because if he has this kind of basket mouth people in his presidency, those kind of people may eventually lead to his downfall or do him strong thing. In the sense that no Nigerians shouldn't have known. It should have been a surprise now that, oh, Tinubu appoint Joash Amupitan. And another thing is that everybody will be lobbying. Don't forget that. Let me tell you something. There's this report that the former governor of Delta State, right? That's James Ibori, right? Yes, James Ibori is all the lead at his River State. The former governor of Delta State, James Ibori, there was reports that he has a cousin or a family, and he wants that cousin to be the INEC chairman. And he has been lobbying President Bola Tinubu. Don't forget that they are both governors at the same time. So there are reports that this man has been lobbying Tinubu that, oh, Tinubu, I have somebody that can be useful as INEC chairman. Try and use this person. So this one, that the name of Professor Amupitan, that it leaks, don't you know that you will put even Tinubu in danger, in the sense that somebody like I've forgotten his name all of a sudden, you know, the former governor of Delta State, somebody like him, we want to intensify his effort. We want to continue lobbying. By so doing, you are putting the president at risk. You are also putting Professor Joash Amupitan himself at risk, because the man can be executed one time. Don't forget that he's yet to come into that office. He doesn't have the security of the state. He doesn't have the security of Nigeria. He's just like every other citizen. So if his name is already all over the place, that, oh, it is this man that want to be appointed. Let me use somebody in the comment section, Charles Azike. Let's say now you want to appoint Charles Azike as INEC chairman, and everybody in Nigeria already knows that, oh, it is Charles Azike. Don't you think that, God forbid, Charles Azike can be executed? Because why? Being an INEC chairman is a sensitive position. And I will tell you the reason why I call an INEC chairman the unhistorical president. I said that in my introduction, that every INEC chairman in Nigeria is an unhistorical president. What do I mean by that? I will be telling you that in the subsequent part of this video. If you are watching me, say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from across the world. So for every Nigerian to know that Amupitan will be appointed, you are even putting the man at risk. Now, let us look at the controversy that has been raging, that Tinubu appointed Amupitan, that, oh, it is some form of bias, that if somebody make you an INEC chairman, you will have some loyalty to that person. For instance, now, Gideon that is just saying hi to me, Gideon Essien, in the comment section. Let's assume that my dear brother Gideon Essien was appointed as the INEC chairman. There is some passion, there is some emotions that would be attached to you for appointing him to such an exalted position of INEC chairman. Gideon Essien would naturally like you. Gideon Essien would naturally love you. He will naturally have some emotions for you, because if not for you, we make INEC chairman. For instance, now, let me move to Declan Njoku. Tell me where you are watching me from. Don't just say hi to me, and make sure you like this video. Press the love button. Let others get to see it. So if you are now appointing Declan Njoku, for instance, as an INEC chairman, INEC, he will have some emotion, some love, and some grateful heart, and what we call depth of gratitude. What do I mean by great depth of gratitude? Depth of gratitude is that, that grateful heart, that, oh, you turned me from nothing to something. For instance, this Professor Joash Amupitan would have just retired like every other Nigerian professor, and at the end of the day, maybe we get gratuity or pension or anything. Maybe they'll give him like maybe 5 million, even that is if it is up to that. And if they give him, it will just be poor like every other Nigerian retired professor. But from nowhere, Bola Tinubu has appointed him, and I can tell you that he will apparently leave that position perhaps as a multi-billionaire, not millionaire, perhaps as a multi-billionaire. And at the end of the day, that kind of man, you expect him not to be grateful to the person that appointed him? No, he owes that person a debt of gratitude. So Nigerians are saying that, why would you Bola Ahmed Tinubu be the one that is appointing the INEC chairman. And I quite agree with Nigerians, but I will give you my suggestion as regards who should be appointing the INEC chairman and why. Then after that, we will go to some of the scandals that are emerging about the new professor, the new INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amupitan. And don't forget, I would also be telling you about the ethnic dynamics, how Tinubu is beating the North Silly to their game. Just follow me on this live session because some people are saying, oh, he's a Northerner. Is Joash Amupitan truly a Northerner? What does Amupitan means? If you are not a Yoruba man, I will be dissecting it for you. But where I am now in my structure is appointing him where I believe that it is wrong. And the reason why it is wrong is that imagine one team appointing the referee in a football match. Don't forget that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a team in the 2027 presidential election, the APC team. He represents the APC team. Atiku will represent perhaps the ADC team. Maybe Obi or Kwakwanso will represent the NNPP team. So APC, let us look at them as a football team. Wesley Kelechi Onyekwere is watching me from Lagos. Great to have you. Aremu J. Abiodun watching me from Nigeria. Ola Abimbola, one of my regular viewers. Great to have you. Say hi to me. Press the love button. Press the like button. Subscribe if you are yet to. Now, I agree with Nigerians that if you are the president and you are appointing INEC chairman, definitely that election will apparently not be free and fair because that man that you have appointed owes you a debt of gratitude. And just as that's why, it's not good to always come to my live session late. Just as I use this man, this Ambode Sonwo-Olu case, just as I use Fubara's case in Rivers, definitely the man will be loyal to who? Apparently to the person that helped him to become the chairman of INEC. And I subscribe to that argument that the president should not be the one to be appointing INEC chairman. If you are the president and you are appointing INEC chairman, the probability that the election will not be free and fair is very, very high. So I agree with that particular argument. So in that regard, what should now happen? Who do you think should be appointing the INEC chairman? I will tell you in a moment. I believe that the INEC chairman in a country like Nigeria should not be appointed by the president. Who should appoint? Some people are saying, oh, the judiciary should be the one appointing the INEC chairman. Well, I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is that, well, the judiciary, INEC will conduct an election, and it will still be the judiciary that appointed the INEC chairman, that INEC will still be sued in their court and say, determine who wins this election. So for that reason, I don't think that the judiciary should be the one appointing the INEC chairman, because at the end of the day, if they commit any electoral fraud or infraction, the case will still go to them. So definitely there may be some sympathy. For want of time, who do I believe should appoint the INEC chairman? I believe it should be the Council of State. The Council of State. Who are the Council of State? The Council of State are made up of past president of Nigeria. Let me acknowledge some of my people in the comment section. Kaju Abenko. I don't know if I get that correctly. Apologize just a moment. Kaju Abenko is okay, you didn't say where you are watching me from. Itel Obi Ezekiah is watching me from Brampton, Canada. Juliana Daro Pale, I hope I got that correctly, is saying, great to have you. Tell me where you are watching me from. So if you appoint an INEC chairman, and at the end of the day, that INEC chairman will definitely be loyal to. So I believe it should be the Council of State. Now, who are the Council of State? The Council of State comprise of the president. The Council of State comprise of past head of state of Nigeria. The Council of State comprise of immediate ruling governors in Nigeria. The Council of State comprise of past Attorney General of the Federation. Yes, comprise of the past Attorney General of the Federation. So these are the people that should come together, submit names amongst themselves, and screen that particular candidate. It should be a rigorous debate among them. Then they should now suggest to the president and say, oh, Mr. President, we have come up with somebody I think that you should appoint this particular person. I think it will be more credible if they now submit names to the president instead of the president to be the one appointing someone in the Council of State. That is my own assertion as regards who should be appointing INEC chairman. I need just like 10 seconds. I need to quickly get something at the door. My dear people, please give me not more than 10 seconds. Apologies. Please stay with me. So thanks for staying with me. Apology for the little work. I have to quickly get something. So who should be appointing the INEC chairman? I believe it should be the Council of State in Nigeria. Those are the people that will have the opportunity to screen the INEC chairman, and when they do their screening, definitely they can get back to the president, and the president will ratify their screening. And if the president agrees or disagrees, it should be subject to the Senate, the Nigerian Senate, to decide whether that person should eventually become the INEC chairman or not. That is one thing that I believe should have been done by the Nigerian ruling class. But then it is the president that is appointing INEC chairman. Now let us switch gear. Let us change the gear to another level. Let us increase the tempo. Let us increase the speed. And if you are watching me right now, we're about to navigate into one very strong dimension, a dimension that will blow your mind. But before I go into that, let me call the WhatsApp number again. If you want to make a contribution, do well to call in. And if you need the link, I will send you the link. Don't forget, I've told you that every live video has its own link. Every video has its own particular link. So if you are joining my live video, there is a link for that live, and once that live ended, that link cannot work again. So I will call the number now, then you can request for the live link and I will send it to you. Then I will take some of your comments in the comment section. Then after that, we would be going into the tribal dynamics. And now Tinubu is flogging the North seriously. Currently, the North is crying, but then they have no choice than to just cry. Why? I will be telling you about it. Then after that, I will go into the age controversy of Professor Amupitan. I have a lot for you on this episode, so do stay with me. Let me acknowledge some of my people that I'm seeing. Olalere Opeyemi. Olalere, one Olalere that I know years ago is an Ekiti guy. I think Olalere is an Ekiti name. Are you from Ekiti? Itel Obi Ezekiah is watching me from Canada. Kajuabenko, is also saying hi to me. Adenyinka Ojo Obadofin, I see you. Great to have you. Kajuabenko is watching me from Northern Ireland. He says we shall take this new INEC chairman, tell story. We shall take this new INEC chairman, tell story, just like his name. Okay. Bologna Roma is saying, I hope Tinubu will not appoint his friend. They play. He may not be his friend, right? But definitely he's not his enemy. Vince Ingemanz is saying, say hi to me and let me call the WhatsApp number. It is +55 1399 666 6361. You can request for the live link and you will join me live. Everybody will see you and we can have some interesting conversation as well. +55 1399 666 6361. And I need you to tell me in the comment section, what do you think about Mahmood Yakubu's chairmanship in INEC, the immediate past chairman of INEC? What do you think about him? What are the success you can ascribe to him, and what are the negatives that you can put to his name? The immediate past chairman of INEC, Mahmood Yakubu. I look forward to your comment in the comment section. If you are yet to like this video, and also press your subscribe button if you are a new viewer. +55 1399 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. I also have some informations here. Quite a lot of informations that I need to unveil to you. I will be telling you about the profile of the man, Joash Amupitan, and some of the challenges that he will be facing ahead. Some of his the circumstance that, or should I say the trap that they have created for him. Now, let me tell you his name before I go into the tribal dynamic. Let me give you some of his profile. Joash Amupitan, right? Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan. See, I pity Nigerians. Make I tell you something, my dear people. You see, the reason why I'm reading his profile is that when I go into my next level of analysis, some of these things where they talk now, it will help me, and some of them will blow you away. Now, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan, if you are watching me, if they call somebody Ojo, is Ojo a northerner? Is, you can say this person is from the north central, that this person is a co-guide. That's how people from Kogi call themselves. But if you call somebody Ojo, Ojo no be Yoruba name. Oh, you see the politics? I'm getting there. Kajubanko said Mahmood Yakubu, Malu Yakubu. Oh, my guy, you bad, oh, has been used and done. The exit of the man, the exit of that Mahmood Yakubu, with what he do for Bola Tinubu, I believe he was given a somewhat inglorious exit of some sort, if you ask me. That's for Mahmood Yakubu. I believe that, they just treat him somehow small, because look at Bola Tinubu, Egbetokun, for instance, this man, Adeolu Egbetokun, the Inspector General of Police, he has been his boy since when he was governor. When Tinubu became president, he see that this man tenure go soon expire. But because Tinubu knows, now this guy, if he deliver for me, what did he do? Is he make sure that he retain Egbetokun, despite the fact that it is time for him to retire. That's why Showore is calling him illegal IGP. Some of you don't know that dynamics. So if Mahmood Yakubu, if you are just joining me, you have missed a lot, I swear to God. If Mahmood Yakubu has been a good guy, if he had not committed the sins that I listed, those three important sins, I won't list them again. You can reverse this video back a bit, or note when you start watching it and watching it, watch it later. But if Mahmood Yakubu have not committed those three sins, you see, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is somebody that if he believes in you, he can even go. He will summon Godswill Akpabio, he will summon the APC guys, try and convince the leadership of the National Assembly that, I bet, may we extend the tenure of this guy. But then, if somebody like Opuzodima don't go, they cast Mahmood Yakubu, say, this Mahmood Yakubu, Mr. President, if you leave this guy will create a lot of damage before he leaves. So, and I can assure you, you will lose the election. One thing, but that Bola doesn't want to hear is that, oh, you will lose the election. Lose waiting. He doesn't want to hear it. Now, let us go into it. We are going into the hot part. So if you are just joining me, you are welcome, because the where they go now is the hot. I also say you get ice block, or you get some very cold tea to calm your tension, because trust me, you're about to be blown away. Now, look at this. Sheikh Sude is watching me from the United States. Kajuabenko says they will arrest him soon to keep him silent so that he won't let the cat out of the bag. I think that nothing will happen to Mahmood Yakubu, except if he wants to turn himself to basket mouth. Let me so quickly take care of somebody here. I don't like when people come to my platform to do nonsense. Okay. So, as I was saying, the name Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan. You see, this thing will lead us into some things. Senior advocate of Nigeria. Take note of it. Now, he was born on April 25, 1967. That means that he is 58 years old. But there's a controversy raging about his age that will come to light in the days ahead, and I will tell you about it if you stick around with me. Trust me, now only just me. I don't get, I don't get 68 mouths, so I don't fit tell you everything. I know tell you everything at a time. So I can only tell you what to expect in the later part of this video. So some of you that will say, tell how many things I won't tell you at a time. Now, step by step. And that is why it is a live video. I have a lot to say. Else, I could have done it for a recording. My recording are just about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Now, state of origin. Let's go into it. Kogi State. Kogi State is in the north central of Nigeria. They usually call them middle belt. So the state of Kogi is one of the states in the north central Nigeria. So if you are from Kogi State, you are naturally not regarded as a southerner. In fact, you are regarded as a northerner. So in the map of Nigeria, not central. Don't forget that after the Civil War, the Hausa Fulanis, they created some kind of like political state creation, geographical reallocation dynamics that shape the geographical definition of Nigeria. Are you with me, great people? Do I need to speak in tongues? Do I need to lay hands on you before you understand me? When after the Civil War, they thought they are doing the Igbo people. They thought they are trying to tame the Igbo people. They thought they are trying to make the Igbo people useless in Nigeria. They thought they are trying to make them what, according to Muhammadu Buhari, the dot in a circle. So they decide to kind of like should I call it reshape the geographical nature of Nigeria in such a way that it will be difficult for the Igbos to go. And what happened? They created some regions in Nigeria. In Nigeria now, we have 6 regions. We have the Southeast, we have the South-South, we have the Southwest. The Southwest is mainly comprised of the Yoruba people. But the abracadabra, what they do, instead of them to create a state, or to link the Yoruba-speaking part of Kogi State, to link them to a Yoruba state, they decided to carve it to Kogi State and created a state. And you know, when you want to steal sometimes, you know, go calm down to steal. And only God knows tomorrow. You know, go know, say, this thief, when you the thief, this stealing, when you the steal, it will come back to hurt you. And I'm talking about Kogi and Kwara State. Now, and I will give you how the North, how they finish themselves, and you see that particular thing. Now, in Tinubu, they flog them now. And I will give you instances. I will give you like 5, 6 instances of how Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been playing smart. Fear who no fear Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That guy is a dangerous guy. In fact, if you see Tinubu, tell him one of his citizens that one Dr. Mosholadeji said, Tinubu, you are a dangerous guy. In the sense, you know, would I call him a criminal? I not call him a criminal because I can't defend that. But when I say dangerous guy, Tinubu gets, you see, Tinubu Fino gets sense when it comes to ruling, to provide, SOCOM, make life better for una. But you see, when it comes to this abracadabra, to dribble and score goal, to use hands score goal for football. Not saying I like that they take score goal for football, but to use hands score goal for football match, you cannot beat Bola Ahmed Tinubu to it. Now, let me continue. When I land, you understand how dangerous Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, and how the North, how they will cry and continue to cry till at least 2031. I will give you the political dynamics of it. Very, very important. So if you want to learn, if you care about learning something new, this is a perfect time for you. And don't forget that it is free. But what can you give me? Give me likes. Press the love button. You can press it 1,000,000 times. It's a good exercise for your fingers. Subscribe if you are yet to, because the days coming ahead will be very interesting. Joash Ojo Amupitan was born on April 25, 1967. They said he's 58 years old. There's a controversy about that I'm coming to. His state of origin is Kogi State. Kogi State in Nigeria falls under the north central part of Nigeria. Don't forget the case of Bayo Ojulari. Who is Bayo Ojulari? From the name Bayo Ojulari, which means that what eyes, we can see your eyes. I've been our eyes we see. I don't know how to interpret it. But the name Bayo Ojulari, it's a Yoruba name, but Tinubu picked him to go and head NNPC, right? And he claimed that he has appointed a northerner. I'm yet to learn. When I learn, I can tell you, you will be blown away, and it will tell you what to expect in the days ahead. Now, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan back his LLB, which is Bachelor of Laws. It is not BSc in law, they call it LLB. And I'm coming to the comment section. In fact, let me take some of your wonderful comments. Vince Injemazi says, summary of Mahmood Yakubu's tenure as INEC Chairman 2015 to 2025 in few words, controversial Vincent Ingemazi, this is your English. You won't finish. I never read them, but I don't say you finish Mahmood Yakubu. But let me read it. And keep your comment coming because I'm going to read them. The reason why I read your comment is if people are watching this live later, all your comments will not show there. That's why I take time to acknowledge you and read some of your comments so that you feature in the live stream as well. And now it is the time of Vince Ingemazi. It says, in few words, controversial decade of electoral reforms marked by 2019/2023 disputes corruption allegations, and eroding public trust. That is the word of Vince in Jemanzi. What do you think about the tenure of Mahmood Yakubu? Kajubenko, I see your comment. You say he's from Ayetorugbede, Dino Melaye's hometown. I see you. Now, he got his LLB in University of Jos. Now, take note of this date because I'm getting to one analysis as you guys see it. Take note of it. Don't ask me question about it later if you don't note this date. Now, he got his LLB at UniJos 1984 to 1987. He was called to bar in 1988. Now, he bagged his LLM, which is masters, right? They call it LLM in law, in 1993. Then after that, he bagged his PhD at University of Jos in 2007. Now, what I just read to you shows that the man, has his BSc, masters, and PhD from one university, which is the University of Jos. Now, as an academic with a PhD, let me tell you something. When anybody that has all his degree from one university, I can tell you as an academic that we don't usually rate them so much like that. And we don't usually, the reason why we don't usually rate them so much like that, I will tell you, is that if you bag all your degrees from one university, just like the new INEC Chairman, University of Jos, we assume that you know your way in that department. Don't forget that you will still graduate from the Department of Law, whether it is master's, PhD, you'll be graduating from that department. So if you do your master's in the same department, we usually assume that maybe there's something in that department where they favor you. Because ordinarily, if you are in a department, look at how many universities are in the world, how many universities are in Nigeria. If you survive a department, you will naturally want to go and taste another school because some things will naturally irritate you about that school that you graduate from. Whether you think the amenities are not enough, whether you think that the staff there are just silly people, whether you think that these people they are sadists, there's something that will irritate you. Some of you that graduated from a university in Nigeria, some of you will even vow that no, I can never go to that university again in my life. In fact, I don't even want to step my foot in that university. So we academics, I'm speaking now as a PhD, we believe that if you do all your degree in one university, then you are a suspect of favoritism, in the sense that this man now, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan, now for him to do all his degree in one university, University of Jos, if he sits down in a panel of doctors and professors and they are looking at him, if we are looking at his CV, we'll be like, okay, you may have truly written a thesis, right, for you to bag your master's, PhD. You may have done the academic work truly, right? The records, there may be no there may be no scandal to your name, but we usually believe that for you to sit tight in one university and say, this is the university that I will do everything, definitely you are a product of allegedly favoritism. And what do I mean by that? Particularly if you are now lecturing in that university, in the sense that if you graduate from a university and you are given this particular degree, if you graduate from a university and you are given a BSc and you are now admitted in that university as a graduate assistant, let's say you bag a first class or something, and you are now admitted as a graduate assistant. Now, you being admitted as a graduate assistant in that university, if you are doing your master's in that particular university, it is assumed that you are a staff and you are also a student. You see where favoritism comes in. So I'm talking about the profile of this INEC chairman, this new INEC chairman, his CV. You see where favoritism comes in. So in a university, if you are a staff and you are also a student, then it is assumed that naturally, as a graduate assistant, you yourself, you are a lecturer of some sort because you go to lecture maybe 100 level, 200 level student. It is believed that you will be close to your other lecturers, the professors in that department, and it is assumed that if they are doing departmental meeting, if the doctors, the professors, if they meet, you, where they employ as graduate assistants, where we say you be the lowest indicator of lecturer, you to go sit down for that meeting because you are a staff, an academic staff in that department. So if you are an academic staff in a department and you are also a student in that department, tell me how you will fail in that department. Do you understand this? I'm speaking now as an academic. Now, you are a staff. Let me use one name in the comment section. Emmanuel Fashagba. Emmanuel Fashagba. Now, he said he may have been retained after his degree. I'm not doubting that. He may have truly been retained. But what I'm saying as an academic is that if you back all your degree from one university, that all the degree where you get, your BSc, your master's, your PhD from one university, you are not tired of that university. You are in that university. One, it is deemed that there's something that is favoring you in that department. That's why you know come out, go another sister university. And I've given you the analysis for that if you are in a university, if you are in a particular university, let me block this Victor Okai. He say bad belle. What's the meaning of bad belle? You must be a fool. How would I bad belle him? Can I become the INEC chairman? I'm analyzing something for you as a political scientist. You are saying bad belle. Am I Joshua Amupitan's mate? Am I contesting to be the INEC chairman? Have I isolated you? And my people know me. Once I isolate you on this platform, you are gone forever. I will never go back to unisolate you. It's forever and ever. So you can watch me. Nobody can see your comment. I don't like when people reason foolishly. What is bad belle? Do I want to become the INEC chairman? Can I become the INEC chairman at this point in time? So when they appoint people, people must not analyze again. All Nigeria must be dumb. All Nigerians must not have brain. All Nigerians must not hold leaders accountable. You must be very, I don't like using bad word. That's why they ask Umayi on Arise TV, what is the cost of something? He's dancing around because Nigerian leaders are not used to accountability. If they just appoint a new chairman, a new INEC chairman in United States, you see the CNN, the BBC, the Fox News, they will shred that man to pieces. They will investigate him up to his pants. They will investigate his pants. They will make sure they dig into him. Most Nigerian, TV stations, most of them are lazy. And at the end of the day, some of them, they will even bring maybe people that are not incompetent that can't really scrutinize. So I'm just doing my own as a bona fide citizen of Nigeria. You say bad belle. Can I be the INEC chairman? What's my business with being an INEC chairman? So we are gone forever. I don't like when people display no intelligence on my platform. So we believe that if you bag all your degree from one department, just one department, something they favor you for that department, and you may have been a product of favoritism because you will still graduate from the same department. If they are doing department meeting, you will be one of the people that will sit down among them. So in that department, Joash Amupitan, right? He was apparently a student and a lecturer. We academic, we that have PhD, that we're academic, we usually see if let's say you are looking for a job now and you present your CV and we see that BSc one university, LLM the same department that university, the PhD the same department that university. We believe that there's something favoring you in that department. Another thing is that we usually believe that you are not exposed to different academic culture. What do I mean by that? Let me explain it for you. There's something we call academic culture. In the sense, my analysis is not just about, okay, sometimes I give some knowledgeable information. That's why I like knowledgeable people on my platform. If you are the type that you want all this, on intelligence submission, there are a lot of platforms. You will see some platforms, they first of all use 5 minutes to laugh. They will use 5 minutes to dance. Then they will abuse themselves. No, I don't have time for such things. So we usually believe that you are not exposed to different academic culture because all your life you have not tasted another academic environment except that particular university environment. So your exposure to different academic culture will be very narrow. That is what we see when you graduate from one university. So looking at the profile of Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan, he truly has his Bachelor of Law. He truly have his LLM, which is Masters in Law. It was truly called to bar. He has a PhD truly, but everything is from one university, one faculty, one department, which is the University of Jos. And now he is still a professor in that particular University of Jos, that same department. So is it only you? Now only you be their former student wey be say now you they apply, now you they admit for masters, now you they admit for PhD, now still the same you they admit as graduate assistants. Now you still find your way to you be deputy vice chancellor. There must be something in that department where they do what? Where they favor you. Now, He is currently the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration at University of Jos, and he has occupied that position since 2022. That is according to his profile. Now, I intentionally gave you this profile. I just branched to that he graduating from one university for all his degree, just to give people that love knowledge some some insight into the world of academics, how we think sometimes and how we reason and how we look at your CV and what we come off it. Now, let me go to the ethnic dynamics. Where Tinubu finished the north. You see, Tinubu is a wise guy. In fact, I won't use wise, I will use dangerous. But in the sense of dangerous, I mean wise, right? That is what I mean by the wise. As in, when they say corny people, diabolical people, you understand what I mean by that? That is who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is. In the sense that Joash Ojo Amupitan, Amupitan is a Yoruba name, which is that something of historical significance. If they call somebody Amupitan, which means that maybe there's a controversy surrounding his birth. When he was born, there's something tied to it. It's just like when they say Eniton, right? Eniton means that that child was born when something historical or when something significant has happened that has strong impact or effect in the life of the parent of that particular person. So Amupitan in this instance, we may be that maybe his father and mother, maybe all their child were female, all their child were females, and he is the only male. They can name him that Amupitan, which is a child of historical significance. That is what it. Now, I'm a Yoruba man. For me to be able to interpret it, you will know that Joash Amupitan is a Yoruba man. So you can say, oh, he's from North Central and all that. But I'm coming to the details of that. I will, I will give you the in-depth analysis of it. Just give me just a little time. Now, you would see that he said, do I know Professor Olugbem? No, I don't know him. I don't know him. Joseph Aborisade says his surname is Amupitan. Again, Amupitan. Okay. What is his surname? Yes, I said Amupitan. You said Amupitan as well. Ojo. So if you said I'm not correct that the guy is of a Yoruba origin, who usually bears Ojo? Is it Igbo people that bears Ojo? Or is it Hausa people that bears Ojo? Or is it Ijo people that bears Ojo? Is it Niger Delta people? Because I'm a little bit exposed to the ethnic groups in Nigeria. Is it Isoko people that bears Ojo? Ojo is a Yoruba name. So if you say that I'm not correct about Amupitan, how about Ojo? Is Ojo not a Yoruba name? Is Ojo not a Yoruba name? Ojo is a Yoruba name. So Amupitan, the way I read it, the way I read the name, maybe they have another pronunciation, but that Ojo alone is a sellout. That Ojo alone it's just like now they should say, oh, we have a new INEC chairman, Joash Ojo Amupitan. Let me use my name now, Omoshola. That Omoshola alone is a sellout. Because why? No other tribe bears Omoshola than Yoruba people. Omoshola means that child generates wealth or child brings wealth. That's what it means. So that name, Omoshola alone, is a sellout. If your mother and father or your mother or your father are not Yoruba, they cannot name you Omoshola. For instance, they can name Segun Olugbemi now Omoshola from the name. You see, there's something about Nigeria. If you are a bona fide Nigerian, if you look at a name, you can guess where that person is from just from the name. For instance, if I see a name, I can say this person is mostly from Delta State. This person is mostly Edo. Edo names are unique. Edo people, as if I saw the comment coming, but I didn't saw it coming. Davis Muiz, I just answered you. Edo name are very unique, right? Edo name. So if you say an Edo name, you can guess that this person is an Edo person, right? So you say people from Delta State name Omoshola. No, it's Omashola. Delta State is not Omoshola. Omashola. I have a friend that her father bears Omashola, not Omoshola. The BB Niger guy is Omashola. You understand? It's similar but not the same. Omashola is not Omoshola. Some people, if you see somebody that is Omashola, you will call him Omoshola if that's what you are used to. If some people from the Delta, if they see me, they say, oh, Omashola. I'm not Omashola. I am Omoshola. Omoshola is a Yoruba name. So in Nigeria, when you see somebody just by name, if you are a bona fide Nigerian that you are rooted, oh yes, Omatshola, God bless you, Shegun Olugbemi, Omatshola. If you see a name, just from the name, you can know that, oh, this person is a Yoruba. So when I saw the name of this, our dear prof, I know that, Tinubu, you don't come again, just like the NNPC template. You have appointed, apparently, another Yoruba person as INEC Chairman. But then he has beaten the North to their game because he will say, oh, I appointed him from the North Central. Therefore, he is a Northerner. You can see that arithmetic now. Now, you cannot say Joash Amupitan is not a Northerner. He's a Northerner. But in the true sense of it, if you give me a Northern Barbarica now and I wear it, that doesn't make me a Northerner. Don't forget that in identification, let me dive deep into it. Now, in identification, constitutionally, what is recognized is the geographical territory that you are from. What they use to recognize whether you are a Northerner or Southerner is your state of origin. In Nigeria's constitution, what matters is your state of origin. But in our individual lives, what comes first is our ethnic group, ethnicity. If somebody if somebody say, oh, all these people from Kogi, you may not be annoyed, but if somebody say, oh, all these Ibira people, they usually behave somehow, the probability that you will get angry because the person mentioned Ibira and you are an Ibira man is high. Don't forget I'm a social scientist. We have done some research on this thing. Just that I cannot come live and be quoting reference. If I quote reference, you don't even know the scholar I'm talking about. That would be so stupid of me. When you are not a political scientist, I should now be saying I should not come live because I have a PhD and be saying, oh, according to so and so in 1988, in his research titled this and that. No, I'm not in a class. I'm just talking to people that some of them have not even sit in a political science class. So I need to be moderate. If not, I would have been giving you some reference, but that would be stupid of me because you won't even know what I'm saying. But the truth is that if you look at a name in Nigeria's constitution, what they use to identify you is your state of origin. That is why if you have a case, they will tell you which state are you from, state of origin. And as a Nigerian, every form that you have been filling since primary school, secondary school, JAMB form, GCE form, WAEC, what they usually ask is state of origin. Because in Nigerian constitution, what they use to recognize you is your state of origin. If you are from Kano State, you are a Northerner. If you are from Kogi State, by Nigerian constitution, you are a Northerner. If you are from Kwara State, by Nigerian constitution, you are a Northerner. If you are from Benue State, that is North Central State, you are a Northerner. But the truth is, in the life of Nigerians are more attached to their ethnic group than their state. For instance, if you say, oh, all these Lagosians, all these Lagos people, the probability that I may be angry, but it will not trigger anger as if you say, oh, all these Yoruba people, they are too idiotic and all that. Oh, the probability that I will get angry is high because why? I am a Yoruba man. So in Nigeria, what triggers anger, what people recognize first, what people know, what people share affection with is their ethnicity. That is what people recognize before their state of origin. They share emotions to their ethnic group than their state of origin. They love their state of origin, they defend their state of origin. But if you want to find the problem of an Igbo man now, go to a post on Facebook and say, oh, all these Anambra people, the response that you will get some response. Some people will come for you. Even some Igbo people will even ignore you because they are not from Anambra. Despite the fact that Anambra are Igbo. But immediately you say, oh, all these Igbo people serve. You don't enter problem. Because that day you will not sleep. They will roast you. They will even come to your dream and still continue roasting you. If you accuse people from Kano and say, oh, all these Kano people, what is wrong with these Kano people? Some people will come for you, but there are some Hausa Fulanis that because they are from Zamfara, they will just scroll past. They won't even, they will just ignore you. But immediately you mention what is always wrong with these Fulani people, all of them, they will come for you because why? You have touched them in the angle that is very important to them. You have touched them in the angle that they cherish the most, which is what? Ethnicity. That is one thing that you need to know. So in this instance, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan, constitutionally in Nigeria, constitutionally by record, and that's where Tinubu is finishing the North, and the North will still cry. They never begin cry. Oh. Tinubu, they have given him, a kind of like loose end to be able to deal with them. And I will tell you the genesis of that. And I'm still coming to Muhammadu Buhari and what happened in 2023, which is that every position that the North has occupied, now that Tinubu is in power, the South must occupy it. I will come to the analysis of that, and I will give you like 5 examples of some very crucial positions that you could have used to balance the ethnicity in Nigeria or the regional balancing of North-South. But then, as it is now, it is the way it is. The North cannot do anything because why? Muhammadu Buhari created the problem. But I'm coming to that. So, Joash Ojo Amupitan, constitutionally, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, by recognition, he is a Northerner. But by what people cherish the most, which is ethnicity, he is a Yoruba man. You cannot tell me, where is that my brother that has run away? Somebody was saying something. The person has run away, you know. Please come back because I'm answering you now. By bearing Ojo, he is a Yoruba man. Even if you say, oh, Amupitan, okay, if the pronunciation is different, I say, okay, maybe it is Amupitan. For instance, let's say it is Amupitan, which is not a Yoruba sound. I'm just using it as an example. But this Ojo, I can bet it from now till next year that Ojo is a Yoruba name. So what is Bola Ahmed Tinubu doing? Bola Ahmed Tinubu is appointing Yoruba people from the North Central, and claiming that they are Northerners. Well, constitutionally, which is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is supposed to operate on, right, as the president of Nigeria, what is sworn to uphold is the Constitution of Nigeria. So if there's any lacuna, or if the Hausa Fulanis during the days of Gowon, if they have done any regional balancing just to make sure that the Igbo people, they are not able to escape Nigeria, and that regional balancing that they have done then they are now paying the consequence of it with somebody like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, it doesn't concern Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The truth is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu right now is appointing people from the middle belt, which they call the North Central. Oluseyi Afolabi says, I'm not right. Tell me where I'm not right. Don't make slippery statement. There's something we call slippery statement. If I'm talking and you just comment, my brother, you are not right. I've said a lot of things. This is just elementary sense, right? You don't need to go to school before you understand that a lot of people are watching. So if you say you are not right, you need to state you are not right in so, and so. You have communicated. But if you just say, my brother, you are not right in what? You are not right about what? You are not right in what perspective? That's what education does to you. In education, in academic, we call it slippery statement. A statement that doesn't have any meaning. A statement that doesn't convey any message. A statement that doesn't change anything. A statement that doesn't provide any intelligence. A statement that doesn't provide any conviction. Those are slippery statements. And what you just made now is a slippery statement. And the problem is that you may say you are not right now and you will just run away. No, you should be able to say, oh, my brother, you are not right in so, and so, and so, and so. You have communicated. Other people can contribute in the comment section and say, oh, no, okay, oh, Dr. Deji is correct. I too can see it and address what you are saying. But if you just say, oh, my brother, you are not right in what? You have not made any communication. So I hope I've been able to educate you a bit as regards how you comment on public platform. Don't just make slippery statement. Make statement that other people can benefit from. Okay, Temidayo Alade says you are profound on this, Doctor. Identity and geographical games. I also wrote an academic paper. God bless you. I would love to read your academic paper, Temidayo Alade. Is it a scientific paper? Right. I would love to read it. If you remember the title of the paper, put it in the comment section. I would hopefully type it and read about it. Okay. Let me know what kind of, is it a thesis or or an article in journal, or is it chapter in book? What kind of academic paper did you write on the topic? But what you can see is that you can see people that are scholarly oriented. Now, Oluseyi Afolabi, what I've been saying, I don't know, maybe you've written an academic paper before. I'm not sure. I don't know your occupation, but Temidayo Alade, who happens to be scientifically oriented in terms of conducting research, is saying, oh, you are profound on this, doctor, right? And she didn't even stop there. She said, identity and geographical games. I also wrote an academic paper on this. So I, as a scholar in the social science field, political science to be precise, am making an assertion. Somebody that has also conducted scientific research in that particular assertion and that particular area is coming out to say, oh, Dr. Deji, you are right. That is why, rather than some people, they watch with bad bellyism. Some people just want to criticize you just because, oh, they just want to appear or they want to gain your attention. I am a PhD in political science. When I speak with some background. I may not be able to tell you the reason why I said what I said, but when I speak from my background as a political scientist, not as a tailor or an engineer, but a political scientist. That is what I am. God bless you, Temidayo. Alade, send me the title of your research paper. I would love to go through it. I love to see what it is about. Perhaps if I'm writing an academic paper, you may get a free reference from me. I may be able to quote you. Temidayo, maybe 2002. I can give you a quote in one of my academic paper. Great to have you, Temidayo. Alade, Kingsley, I see you. A lot of people in my comment section, everywhere is just buzzing. God bless all of you. If you are watching me, you are yet to subscribe to this channel. Do well to turn on your notification button. Kayedo Oladoyinbo say, my brother, don't be distracted. My brother, that's how Nigerians are. I was flowing in the spirit, before that person came. I said, Tinubu is just trying to balance appointment by giving appointment to people who from minority group. I think that is Oluseyi Afolabi. Okay, is that your argument? My brother, you don't know about politics and governance. I don't need to answer you. You say Tinubu is just trying to balance appointment by giving appointment to people who from minority ethnic group. Okay, in the ethnic equation of Nigeria, what of Igbo people? Igbo people no good to appoint as INEC chairman. My brother, you are not politically inclined. Your comment have even sold you out. So let me just, ignore. I've been able to rate you. I've seen that you are just a distraction. But shout out to you, right? Just listen, they follow us. You go gain one or two things, okay? I've marked you presence. I've marked you present. I've acknowledged you. Okay, listen. Don't distract us again. Aliu Indayaku says, I agree with you with what you are saying. Any sensitive position coming from the north, yeah, okay, Aliu, they play. It will continue going to the north. Thank you, Aliu Indayaku. See, Tinubu is Nigerians don't understand something. Look at that my brother Oluseyi. Look at how he reason. You see, this thing. Sorry, I have to isolate this person. It's distracting me too much. You are saying a political scientist is not politically correct. Are you normal? You are telling a PhD in political science is not politically correct. Did you study political science or what do you know? Even your comment, there's flaw in it. Just that I don't want to be distracted further to analyze your comment. But I can see the flaw in it. So I've isolated you. And once I isolate you, you can't comment on my video again. You can be watching me, but nobody is seeing your comment. You are distracting me too much. Let my people enjoy me. I love intelligent people. Don't bring your silly distraction here. Please. I've given you too much attention, self. But your attention is becoming distraction and you are distracting my people. So I have to isolate you. The problem is I won't go back to isolate you. That's the problem I have. Maybe that's my bad side anyway. So this my brother, Aliu Ndayako. Aliu Ndayako got the dynamics. He got the game that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is playing. You see, any sensitive appointment, there are some appointment that is the life of the administration. For instance, who will be the GMD of NNPC? Nigeria operates a monoproduct economy dependent on oil. That's how we used to write it. Monoproduct economy. What does that mean? I don't want to digress. I don't want to be too political philosophical, but it operates a monoproduct economy, which is that you are mainly relying on one thing to earn your something. So for me, in that particular instance, if Nigeria operates a monoproduct economy dependent on oil, you won't want to play with who you appoint into that position. That position, don't forget that Senator Ali Ndume, don't forget, let me break this thing down for you a bit. When Tinubu became the president, the North were watching him, did not believe that naturally we made you the president. The North sorry, let me isolate another person. Victor Lajumok. I don't like distraction. I'm sorry. Gone, right? So when the North voted Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not have this entitlement spirit. God bless you. Let me quickly use my second phone to take the picture. Temidayo Alade, an article in journal titled Nationalism, National Identity, and Christians' Role in Building. Okay, let me quickly take the picture so I don't forget, because I'd like to read some of it. Okay, I've taken the picture. God bless you, Temidayo Alade. I would read it. I did a research on ethno-religious conflict. That was in 2012. And I have some findings as regards ethno-religious conflict in Nigeria, but that's for another day. But that was way back 2012. Shout out to you, Temitayo. I don't know why I'm saying Temitayo Alade. And let me advertise your article so it will appear, it will be on record in my life. Nationalism, national identity crisis, and Christians' role in building a Nigerian identity. NJCS, that's the abbreviation of the journal, right? Okay, page 199 to 215, that's an article in journal. Article in journal is always about maybe 12, 14, 15 pages. Great to have you. So for me, when the North voted Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when the North voted Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they believe that they made Tinubu president. Now I'm attending to my brother Aliyu Indayako. You made a very good submission. Let me speak more about Tinubu's strategy and the North now. If you look at the result of the 2023 presidential election, if the North have not voted Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a goner. In fact, the people that saved Tinubu is the North. Let us be real. The people that made Tinubu president is the North. Because if you look at the geography of that result, Peter Obi flogged Tinubu mercilessly, and he didn't expect it in Lagos. Don't forget that FCT, which is also a North anyway, Peter Obi defeated him. Atiku Abubakar made inroads into the South, but the South was largely covered by Peter Obi. Now, listen to this very well. Was largely covered by Peter Obi, but then there is a North that sometimes have underage voters. I served in Kano State, so I know what I'm saying many years ago. The North, so some of you would have seen the picture online, that sometimes have underage voters. The North has large voting population. The South has a substantial Christian vote that are conservative in terms of marriage, one man, one woman. That creates an effect in terms of child reproduction, in the sense that if you are a man and you marry so many wives, you are increasing the population. So in the North, according to the Islamic religion that it is prominent in the North, they believe that you should have maybe 2, 3, 4 wives as you so desire. Some Northerners, when I was in Kano, they don't even have money. It's not about money. Some believe that whether they have money or not, they must marry more than one wife, that they are obeying their, Islamic doctrine, which I'm not against. I'm just using it for population analysis. So the population of the North is apparently greater than the population of the South. And one of the things responsible for it is religion. Because in the South, where Christians have a significant number of population, that's why I said, if you are not intelligent or prospective intelligent, you cannot watch my channel. Because there are some analysis that I will go into. If you are intelligent or you have potential to be intelligent, you will appreciate me. Now, in the North, there's also underage voters prominent in the North. So when Peter Obi has covered the South, let us look at it. The Southwest, Peter Obi made some shocking results in the Southwest that Tinubu did not for once imagine that he can be defeated in the South. He believed that he has already conquered the South, particularly the Southwest. Don't forget that that was his permutation that made him produce Buhari, because Nigerians and the Hausa Fulanis, they have turned the ethnicity in Nigeria to their birthright. Yoruba will rule. Then it will transfer it to Hausa Fulani. Hausa Fulani will finish. It will transfer it to Yoruba. Both ethnic groups have been politically greedy. They have turned the power in Nigeria to their birthright. Whereas there is an Igbo race Forget, I may be a Yoruba man, but I am a political scientist and I need to say the truth. What scholars, other scholars have said, that's what I'm telling you. I may not be able to quote those scholars because most of you are not political scientists. Now, the Yoruba people, they are occupying power. Look at it now. Buhari left there. Obasanjo was president, right? Then we have a Yaradua, Hausa Fulani. Then we have a Goodluck Jonathan, accidental president, the Ijaw, which are the fourth ethnic group in Nigeria. Then after that, we now have a Muhammadu Buhari. Now, the power should naturally go to maybe Isoko or maybe another ethnic group in Nigeria. But then what happened? Yorubas are there now. The Hausa Fulanis are yearning for the power. And I can bet you, if Hausa Fulani use 8 years, power is also coming back to Yoruba. So the Yoruba people, that's my tribe. I'm proud of my tribe. Patana, matana, mother and father, Yoruba, proudly Yoruba. But I can tell you that Yorubas have been greedy when it comes to power in Nigeria. Igbos are a major ethnic group, but for reason known to the Yorubas and the Hausa Fulani, which are the other two major ethnic groups, they have been politically greedy. Maybe because of the Biafra something, apparently so today. So they don't trust Igbos with power. Now, in this instance, Peter Obi made some shocking inroad into the south. He defeated Bola Tinubu in some part of his Yoruba land. Peter Obi covered the whole southeast lockdown. And don't forget that the south, they have this affinity somehow to Igbos than Yoruba because they believe that Igbos are much closer to them than the Yoruba. So the south, they usually go more with Igbo. Even some of them are Igbo, just like we have Yorubas in Kwara. So Peter Obi locked the south. But what made Obi not to be president of Nigeria, the misfortune of Peter Obi, was because the north, he has low patronage in the north. He has low affection in the north. That north was where Bola Tinubu had made inroads, and there is this massive, this strange vote in the north. Don't forget the K-State. In any presidential election in Nigeria, there's something we call K-States. The three states in Nigeria, Kano, Kaduna, Katsina. This vote, if you think you are leading, and they've not declared the result of Kano, they've not declared the result of Katsina, they've not declared the result of Kaduna, my brother, you are deceiving yourself. Oh, because you see that 2 million vote where you take the lead. By the time they will bring vote of Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, if you favor your opponent, that your opponent will defeat you. They usually call them K-State because some strange numbers usually come out from those three K-States. Some of you, you've always been voting. You don't even know that there's something they call K-State. K-State is those three states, Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, and Bola Tinubu, then candidate of APC, had made inroad into these states. He has already won over the likes of El Rufai. He's the governor of one of the K-States. He's the governor of one of the K-States, Kaduna, another K-State, Ganduje, Kano State. Ganduje is an APC guy. He's the governor of one of the K-States, Kano State. What's the other state? Kaduna, that's El Rufai. Katsina at that point, that's Buhari's home state. Katsina is also a K-State. Buhari's home state is also a K-State. So Bola Tinubu already have his political machinery in this K-State. If not for those K-States and states like Yobe, all this Maiduguri, all this far north, that they have this, subtle disaffection. I don't want to call it hatred for Igbo people because of the 1966 coup that they call Igbo coup, the Izeogu coup. I'm going into a bit of history now. I don't like to do, but when analysis get there. So they don't trust the Igbo people. So they would rather go with the people that they are free with in terms of political romance, which are the Yoruba people. So for the Hausa Fulani to go to vote for Peter Obi, some are seeing it as a sacrilege based on the ethnic hostility since 1966. They rather go with Bola Tinubu. So Bola Tinubu already has control of this K-State and some of these northern states. And that was what helped him to win. Not that Bola Tinubu has any political abracadabra. No. If it was a joint ticket between Atiku and Peter Obi, they would have defeated Tinubu. If Peter Obi have the same strength that Tinubu has in northern Nigeria, forget, Tinubu will not be president today. He will not be president because that low vote, or should I say insufficient patronage that he has in southern Nigeria, if Peter Obi has corresponding effect in the north, that he has acceptability in the north, Peter Obi would have won that election flat. In fact, by a wide margin. But what affected Obi is because of historical antecedent, and the North were not largely a fan. And Tinubu had been in control of the K-State. That was what produced Tinubu as president. So now there is a problem in the sense that the North had an entitlement mentality when Tinubu was coming to power by virtue of his emergence. They believed that, oh boy, you will not win this election. Now we make you win this election. So naturally, you are supposed to be loyal and grateful to us. And don't forget that the North, at that point in time, they already believe that Tinubu will move towards them in his presidency, because for him to produce Muhammadu Buhari, and in the Buhari presidency, there were two major power pillars, which is the Tinubu camp and the Buhari camp, the Tinubu boys and the Buhari boys. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu have some share in the Buhari presidency, just that Buhari did not give him a chance to lord over him. Just that Buhari did not give him a chance to lord over him. And at that point in time, Tinubu was well represented. We have Rauf Aregbesola, we have Babatunde Raji Fashola in the cabinet of Muhammadu Buhari. So the Buhari boys, they worked for Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the North, believing that Tinubu will reciprocate the gesture of Muhammadu Buhari and make his government two power pillars, which is the Buhari boys and the Tinubu boys. But when Tinubu became the president, Tinubu beat them to their game. He became smart and decided to run his show the way he pleases, to appoint his own people. So in the Tinubu presidency now, what you have is the Tinubu boys and the Tinubu boys. So it is the Tinubu boys and the Tinubu boys, or the emerging Tinubu boy. So the Buhari camp, which is the northern bloc, is not as represented enough. And because the North is exposed to power, Muhammadu Buhari gave them excess power. They enjoyed a lot during his presidency. They were looking at Bola Ahmed Tinubu that, okay, some sensitive position, give it to us. You are already the president. Now you be number one. But this sensitive position, give them to us. So when Tinubu was appointing, naturally, Tinubu too happens to be ethnic in his own way. I'm speaking about the tribal dynamic that produced Ojo Amupitan, or what is his name, the new INEC chairman. So when Tinubu was doing his appointment, before he made any substantial appointment, he not have started screaming, "Oh, Tinubu, oh, no, you can't do like this. You can never. No, we won't take that from you. Oh, this, blah, blue, 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 blah, blah." They were just screaming. And Tinubu was like, why are you guys behaving like this? Let me do my thing. And Tinubu was wondering that, what kind of hypocrisy is this? When Muhammadu Buhari was there and he was appointing everybody from the North, you didn't criticize him. You didn't checkmate this guy. Now I want to do my thing. You guys are criticizing me. You guys are rebuking me. What kind of nonsense is this? The North, they now decided that, they will be using 2027 to threaten him. That is how Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a smart guy, somebody said he didn't win Kaduna, but he had substantial vote. He had made inroad in the North. If you look at the result of Kaduna State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a good outing in that Kaduna that helped him to kind of like win the election. For instance, Peter Obi did not have a good outing in most of these northern states, and that really affected his vote. If Peter Obi was able to have a good outing in some of these key northern states, perhaps he would have won the election. So when they were screaming and they were shouting that, "Oh, Tinubu, you cannot do this way. No, we will not allow you. Have you forgotten that we gave you over 6 million, or is it 7 million votes?" They were making the arithmetic then. And it was now becoming an issue. Tinubu, knowing the political dynamics as well, what did he try to do? He said, he now look at it that, okay, looking at the regional structure of Nigeria, wait, there are some people that are Yorubas, but they call them Northerners. But these people, they are Yoruba. For instance, when I was studying for BSc, there's one guy, right? He's from Onyu local government in Kwara State. There's a local government, I think the Onyu local government in Kwara State. This is a pure Yoruba. He will be telling you that, forget, I'm not a Northerner, God forbid, I'm a Yoruba man. But I was, Kwara State is not central. You are not. They will say no. I'm not a Kino. If not for the story of Afonja, Afonja, all this Uthman and Fodio Jihad. He speaks Yoruba. He cannot speak Hausa. he cannot speak 3 words of Hausa or Fulani language. Yet, in the Nigerian constitution, that's the aberration that the Hausa Fulani created after the Civil War. In the constitution of Nigeria, is a northerner. But he himself, he identifies as a Yoruba man. So there are Nigerians that they believe that they are Yorubas, but by the geographical expression of Nigeria, they are northerners. By the calculation that Gowon did and subsequent head of state in Nigeria, the Ibrahim Babangidas of this world, the this man, this white bearded man, that handed over to Olusegun Obasanjo, this Sonny Abacha, by some of the things that they have done. For instance, let me give you some of how these people created problem for themselves. Abacha made Kano State the state with the largest local government in. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel, give me likes, press the love button, let others get to see this video. Abacha made Kano State the state with the largest local government in Nigeria, 41 states. And Nigerian money is being shared by local government. Abacha is from Kano State. Bayelsa, one of the states that is rich in oil, has maybe just about 10 or 12 local government. Imagine that. River State, that is very rich in oil, has about 20 local government. Akwa Ibom State, that is rich in oil, has maybe about 20 local government. Lagos State, with its population, has 20 local government. Officially, before Bola Ahmed Tinubu created local council development area that created problem between him and Obasanjo. Thank you, my dear brother Olusegun Adeneko, says Abdulsalami Abubakar. So, Abacha, after the fact that Kano was not producing anything, Nigeria was relying on oil money. It created 41 local government by military fiat. Till today, Kano has 41 local governments. So if they are sharing money in Nigeria, according to the local government structure of Nigeria, do you know what will happen? Kano is highly favored even than Lagos. Kano will get 41 share for 41 local government. Lagos will get 20. Tax is being accrued in Lagos, but Lagos will get 20. Oil money is coming from Rivers State. Rivers will get 20 for its 20 local government. Bayelsa, oil money is coming from Bayelsa State. Bayelsa will get maybe 10 or is it 12 local government that they have. So the Hausa Fulanis, with profound respect to them, when they get to power, there's this abracadabra that they are doing, not knowing that a day like this will come, a president like Bola Ahmed Tinubu will emerge, and in Kogi State, there are some people that they are Yorubas of some sort. So when they are creating state in Nigeria, what should they have done? They should have carved out those Igbo, those Yoruba speaking area of Kogi State and could have merged them to another Yoruba state, or could have created a particular state to cover the Yoruba speaking area in Kogi State. But then they left it like that. They are made more Yorubas in Kogi State. There are many Yorubas. Same for Kwara State. Kwara State, you are supposed to carve a state there and make it and link it to the southwest, right? But you made it north central for your political gain, which I've explained there. Shout out to you, my dear sister Linda Madu. One of my favorite viewers on this channel. God bless you, my dear sister. Great to have you. You say Kano has 44 local government. Oh, 44, right? I think it's 41 too. It's even more than that, you know. But I know it's 40 something because I served in Kano. And I know Kano has the largest local government in Nigeria. And it was Abacha in his greedy nature that did that abracadabra. But now it's late now, though, and Kano is still enjoying it. I've spoken about Kano State before, and now they see Sonny Abacha. But that's another analysis for another day. Abacha is like a god in Kano State. They worship him. You see his sticker on every car in Kano State. It is in the something that they don't like. It is in the south that they don't like Sonny Abacha. So as I was saying, the north, because they want to cripple the Igbos, right? And some of this power greed, they are now creating this abracadabra in terms of the regional structure of Nigeria, local government structure, state creation. That is why in the whole of the region of Nigeria, it's only Igbos that have 5 states, the south. Whereas they could have carved out some Igbo speaking area of River State and some other state to make it 6. But just so that the Igbos will not have the opportunity to leave Nigeria, definitely they made it 5 states. So Igbos, which is the southeast has the lowest population, has the lowest state in Nigeria. Southwest have 6. Every other region they have 6. But the Igbo people, they intentional wickedness. If you study the history of Nigeria, they intentionally did them that strong thing. And Igbos have what? Just 5. That is the only thing that Igbo has. So now, when they were giving Bola Ahmed Tinubu edict, the likes of Ali Ndume, when they want Bola Ahmed Tinubu and he didn't listen, they are now creating a setup for him in the media. Ali Ndume will go to Arise, then he will be analyzing kleptocrat, kakistocrat. He will be speaking big English. And this thing was gaining prominence in the north. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being a very diabolically smart guy, being a dangerous guy when it comes to political calculation, he now looked at it that, wait, there's a way out for me that I can beat these people to their game. They will not be able to say anything, and I will still have my way. Take note of that. He said, he believed that, there's a way out for me that I can beat this northerner to their game, and they will not be able to say anything. What is that? In the constitution of Nigeria, if you are from Kwara State and Kogi State, these 2 states particularly, you are a northerner. But ethnically, you be Yoruba man. Forget Bayo Ojulari, just as I gave you the name of the instance of my colleague when I was studying for BSc in political science, we're in the same university then. He's from Kwara State, Onu local government, but he will tell you that no, he's a Yoruba man. He cannot even speak 3 words of Hausa Fulani. He's a pure, he will even abuse him in parable. You understand what you are saying. All his family that I know, their language is Yoruba and English, and they are from Kwara State. In Nigerian constitution, they are northerner. But I can tell you that naturally they are not a northerner. They are Yoruba people. So Professor Joash Amupitan apparently falls into this category, in the sense that in Nigeria's constitution, he is a northerner. But the truth is that ethnically he is a Yoruba man. And because he is a Yoruba man, because he's a northerner according to constitution, and what Bola Ahmed Tinubu swore to uphold is the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And right now, he is obeying the constitution, which is that, you northerners, you want power, Abi? You brought me into power, although I don't trust you guys. You guys want me to give you more appointment. Okay, don't worry. I will give you more appointments. Okay, NNPC, one of the strongest positions that you can occupy in Nigeria is to be NNPC GMD. It's a silent position that, in fact, you are a superstar. Even governors will respect you. In fact, you are bigger than a governor in Nigeria if you are the GMD of NNPC. In terms of the arithmetic, you may not be bigger, but in terms of the power that you hold, you are holding the life of Nigeria in your hands, because Nigeria survived based on oil. So Tinubu, what did he decide to do? He decided, okay, I will appoint Northerner. Right? You guys want me to appoint you guys. Okay, I will appoint you guys. But how has Tinubu been smart? That's why I said Tinubu is diabolically smart. And it is the Northerner that created this problem for themselves. Now he is beating them to their game. Now go they do mago. In a create 5 states for Southeast, no problem. In a carry the Yoruba area. When they create state, in a carry and join some northern areas. And I say, then be Northerners, no problem. Now Tinubu will be say he gets shoko for head. Oga head, some both are not. They lose for Oga head. Now, in Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being a diabolically smart guy, look at it and say, okay, I can still achieve my aim. Let me appoint people from Kwara. Let me appoint people from Kogi State. Naturally, they are Northerner. And you, Senator Ndume, you cannot argue that they are not Northerner. But indirectly, I am appointing Yoruba people. Do you see that arithmetic? So right now, Joash Amupitan, the current chairman of INEC, is a northerner. But in reality, he's a Yoruba man. You see how Tinubu is finishing the north. That's why it's always good to be fair. Because what goes round comes around. This man, what is the name of this man? Bayo Ojulari. Bayo Ojulari. Look at his name. His name doesn't even have anything Hausa Fulani. See, that's why there's a lot of correction to do in Nigeria. There is a lot of correction. Else, there will be a problem. Now, the Hausa Fulanis now, they murmur, they pain them. But they cannot say anything. Because why? Tinubu has flogged them to their gain. And the agreement in 2023, the unwritten agreement is that when Buhari was appointing Hausa Fulanis into key position, you see those southern politicians, they were looking at him. They were waiting. The likes of Akpabio, the likes of this Ogun State former governor Ibikunle Amosun, Raji Fashola, Rauf Aregbesola, they were very displeased, but they were looking at him. They were waiting, they were looking at him. When the election came and Tinubu got the ticket, immediately Tinubu won. They now started demanding that, okay, what we'll do is any position that the Northerners have held during the Buhari era will not enjoy. We, the Southerner, must occupy that position now. That is in the principle of fair justice. That is why you will see that Tinubu is a president. The head of the legislature in Nigeria is also a Southerner. That is an aberration. Do I need to speak in tongues before you understand? I'm speaking about the damage that Muhammadu Buhari did. It can never happen. If Muhammadu Buhari had not been the president, it would be very difficult for Tinubu, a Yoruba man from the south, to be the president. Then you now produce Akpabio. Akpabio how? No, you will naturally produce a Northerner to balance the equation. Say, okay, let power go to. But do you know what happened? Let me give you some information as a political scientist. When Muhammadu Buhari became president, the Buhari camp insisted that they trust and they are free to work with no other person than Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan, the immediate past Senate president. And you know that when you emerge as president in Nigeria, you have unusual, enormous powers. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Just click the subscribe button, turn on your notification button. Make sure you like this video. Give me some love. Press the love button as well. Show me some love. If you are enjoying me, shower me with love. Now, as I was saying, Muhammadu Buhari insisted that the person he trusts is Hausa Fulani, his usual way. Just as he made Ahmed Lawan the Senate president, just as he made Mahmood Yakubu, another Hausa Fulani, the chairman of INEC. So Buhari didn't trust anybody other than Hausa Fulani. The Hausa Fulanis, as at that time, they were enjoying it. They were dancing. Oh, we are the owner of Nigeria. Oh, this thing, we are the owner of Nigeria. Oh, we are enjoying it. If DSS want to recruit, you know how many people they recruited from Castina that time that became a scandal. That the people that they recruited from Castina is almost the people that they recruited from the entire Southeast, something like that during Buhari era. Buhari did not, because of that, change it. He decided to go ahead with it. That okay, nothing will happen. So when they did all these things, the Southerners were looking at them. They were looking at, Buhari, they were like, Omo, Buhari, yeah, we go. It means that, Omo, this Buhari crazy. Despite being a former head of state, you don't even send anybody. This man just, they appoint his own people go. Anything, Northerner, any small thing, Hausa Fulani, any goodies, Hausa Fulani. He go ahead one day. When Tinubu emerged, the Southerners, the political stalwart in the South, they now emerge and say, okay, now what will happen is that almost all the posts that the Hausa Fulanis have enjoyed when Buhari was in power, both the one that they are supposed to enjoy and they didn't enjoy, in the interest of fairness and justice, made Southerner too enjoy them. That was what produced Godswill Akpabio. Don't forget that Yari was the candidate of the North. This guy, Yari, former governor, I've forgotten his state now. Yari was the candidate of the North. But the Southern guys, he insisted, after Bola Tinubu had won the election, they know that power is already in the South. And I said, no, Ahmed Lawan cannot, and Hausa Fulani cannot be a Senate president. When Buhari and Hausa Fulani was Senate president, a Northerner, not. Now it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You now want to put a Northerner. No, we want South. And do you now know where the problem is? Is that God now, should I say, favor Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the sense that the judiciary is usually by hierarchy. The judiciary is by hierarchy. So they have appointed all the judges. So if one retire or one dies, the chief judge dies, the next one will come on. So now, if this woman, Kudirat Kekere Ekun, If she leaves that position, the person that would become the Chief Justice of Nigeria is already known. He don't already know himself. So that one, I feel they pray every day, say, make Kudira Kekereekun just die, just so that they will just declare and the head of the judiciary. So the judiciary it has a unique structure of its own. But as God, well, apparently we favor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the person that is now the judiciary is now a Southerner and a Yoruba person. And that is why, if you want to go to court and you think that, oh, well, after they declare Bola Ahmed Tinubu winner, you will meet in court. Oh, they play. You are deceiving yourself. Oh. Because why? Kudirat Kekereekun is waiting for you there. She is the Chief Justice. And anything the Supreme Court that she heard says is the final. And don't forget that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he got there, Buhari didn't fill the gap in the Supreme Court, the judges that were remaining. Immediately Tinubu got there, he appointed judges. He's filled to there should be 21 because it's always odd numbers. I think now there are 20, maybe one retired or died. Tinubu appointed several people and filled up the position straight. So in other words, in arguing about the depth of gratitude that I spoke about when I started my live video, Tinubu is already favored in the Supreme Court by virtue that he is the people that appointed them, and apparently he is favored according to the structure of Nigeria at the moment. That depth of gratitude. I analyzed it in my earlier part, that depth of gratitude. So it is the Hausa Fulanis that created this problem. If when Buhari wanted to appoint, if he had been trustworthy enough to appoint maybe an Igbo man or an Ijaw man or a Southerner, now Tinubu will have no choice than to appoint a Northerner to balance the equation, right? But because Buhari appointed a Northerner, Tinubu wanted a Southerner, preferably a Yoruba man. He's comfortable with his fellow Yoruba people. And at the end of the day, Tinubu could not have his way because the North are criticizing him. He now decided that, okay, the structure that you have created, the Kwara structure, the Kogi structure, is what I will use to finish you guys. That's why I won't be surprised if there's any major appointment again. You just will see that now Kogi and Kwara people be king for Nigeria. And they tell you, the political dynamics favor Kogi and Kwara. If you are from Kogi or you are from Kwara, if you bid for any major sensitive appointment, I can say, my brother, congratulations. You will ask me that, Dr. Deji, why you congratulate? I'll say, don't worry, I'm a political scientist. I know why I'm congratulating you. Because out of these people, one is from Kano, okay. One is from Ogun State, okay. The other one is from River State, You are from Kogi State or Kwara. I will just congratulate you, my brother. Congratulations. Why? You are most likely be the one to emerge. You will say, why? I'll just say, don't worry, I'm a political scientist. I know why I congratulated you. And lo and behold, you will eventually become the person that will occupy that sensitive position. Because why? Tinubu is beating the North to their game. And that is why it is always good to be fair. When you are fair, when you are just, definitely it will come back to favor you. And when you are unfair, when you are unjust, it will come back to hurt you. When Buhari was in power, the Northerners were enjoying everything. They didn't criticize Buhari. They were even in Dume, the Indume that is criticizing Tinubu, looking for kleptocrat, aristocrat all over the place. He didn't criticize Buhari. He kept quiet. Now, do you now know the worst part of it? Buhari is dead and gone now. Buhari enjoyed everything. He did the presidency the way he liked. He created ethnic tension in Nigeria. Pursue Nnamdi Kanu like a mad person. Pursue Sunday Igboho like a mad person. Then, when it comes to bandits, no, leave them, pamper them, this kind of thing. And banditry become a phenomenon in Nigeria, and the IPOB or all these people, they were pursued with vigor. Sunday Igboho, Yoruba Nation was pursued with vigor. Now, Buhari is dead and gone. He's dead and buried. But do you know where the problem is? The people that are reaping what Buhari sowed, they are now they are the living one now. And Tinubu is playing them back with their own game. So that is the tribal dynamics that is shaping Tinubu's appointment to sensitive position. When he appointed Bayo Ojulari, The presidency screamed that, no, what do you mean? What are you saying? Bayo Ojulari is a northerner. He's from the North Central, he's from Kwara State. The northerners couldn't say anything. Will you say that it's not a northerner? He's from Kwara State now. Kwara is from the North Central of Nigeria. So that is why you would think that you are doing the Igbo people. You would think, and this should be a lesson for Yoruba people too. I must say that. This will be a lesson. You they do am now, if they sweet you. If you are a Yoruba man, you go the day happy. Oh, Tinubu ride on. Don't worry, appoint Bayo Ojulari, appoint a Yoruba man in quote as INEC chairman. Don't forget that Yoruba will not be in power forever. So at the end of the day, Buhari has already, killed the structure of Nigeria politically in the sense that when Tinubu leaves the presidency now, do you know what will happen? Immediately Tinubu leaves the presidency of Nigeria, the North will also want a replica of power, which means that if the North gets power in 2031, the Senate president will also be a Northerner. And when that one too want to appoint a next chairman, he will appoint a Northerner. So you can see the centralization of power in one ethnic group. And who started this thing? Muhammadu Buhari. Except the APC decide to correct itself in 2031. But apparently, the North and their quest for power, they will want a replica of what is happening during this Tinubu time. And I can tell you that definitely the same thing would happen. And Owocho say this is the joy of what karma brings. You must reap what you sow. Well, I agree with you, but then Northerners are very smart people. I pray that they won't see between the line and decide to go against Bola Tinubu in 2027. The people that are most politically smart or power oriented in Nigeria is the North. Is the North. So all these things they are seeing, and let me give you, Florence, how did you say this is deep analysis? No, it's not yet deep. Let me go deeper. Let me take you deep into the ocean. Then you know that I've arrived. Now, the North have a certain orientation. No, Abubakar Jaro says you are needed for saying Buhari is tribalistic. Well, I may have to restrict you because if you are watching my platform, you know that I don't tolerate insults. If I say you are tribalistic, the truth is you have to come with fact and evidence that Buhari is not tribalistic. Not that you call me an idiot. So if you abuse me again, I will isolate you, which means that you can only watch me. Your comment will not show. You have to come out with fact and figure and say, no, I disagree. Buhari is not tribalistic. Look at it from this angle, this angle, this angle. Then we'll have a debate on it, and everybody will just, look at it and, would look who is right and who is wrong. If you say Buhari is not, I can go into a lot of examples, but I don't want you to distract me. I can give you like 50 instances to speak about the tribalism of Muhammadu Buhari. You don't want the man to rest in peace because you have just challenged a political scientist, and I will drag him in his grave now. So you don't want Buhari to rest in peace. Leave the old man, let him rest in peace. Oh. That's what I can tell you. Let him rest because this one that you are doing now, if I begin to bring out facts that you won't be able to contradict, you will make me drag Buhari. And I want the old man to just rest in peace. He's dead and gone. But that doesn't mean that we will not say what he has done, but we can only give him respect because he's an old man and he's dead. But if you, out of sympathy and lack of knowledge, if you now want to, show over sympathy, then I will go deep into the analysis and you will make me drag Buhari, and I don't want to. So what I can say is behave yourself. You can comment, but let your comment be logical. If not, I will have to isolate you. That's what I'm saying. So, So a lot of people, oh, my dear brother, Shola Ojukutu from the UK, great to have you. I know some of my viewers. He said, read it all. Okay, let me read it. He said, you are needed for saying Buhari is tribalistic. Did he fill his government with Fulanis like a so-called Jagaban did fill his government with Yoruba? Let me tell you, Buhari did worse than Tinubu. I don't want this thing to be about ethnic. People that watch me very well, they know that I'm a detribalized Nigerian. So you just want to distract my analysis because Buhari is worse than Tinubu. In fact, Buhari is way worse than Bola Ahmed Tinubu when it comes to nepotism. And I can even go ahead to give you some instance. I've entered into a government office before. A government office in Nigeria, I entered there. And the people, they were very angry. The Yorubas there, the Igbos there, the Ijos there, the Isoko there, the Edos there, they were very angry. Why were they angry? They were angry that what is wrong with this Buhari government? I don't want to. It's one of the sensitive office, though. One of a reputable agency in Nigeria, one of the lifeline agency in Nigeria, and they were arguing that what is happening? That why is it that if anything want to come, it is only to these Hausa Fulani people. Some of us are performing better than these people. Some of us are more intelligent than these people. But why is it that when it comes to appointment or anything favorable, suddenly Yorubas are of no good, Igbos are of no good, it must be Hausa Fulani. It must be Hausa Fulani, So don't let me drag the old man, and I won't divert my analysis because of you. You said I should mention them. I won't divert. You already know them now. People already know them. So I won't divert my analysis because of you. But if you okay, good. Abubakar Jauro, should we do something? Can you come for a debate tomorrow about this? Who is more tribalistic? Can you come for a debate, a live debate that you will be appearing? Your face go to show as my face go to show. Then we go into the Tinubu presidency, we go into the Buhari presidency. Then I can be able to dig up. Don't hide behind your keypad. Come forward. Type it in the comment section. Do you agree that tomorrow both me and you should come live and come and debate this thing? Do you agree? If you agree, type it in the comment section because I won't let you to divert my analysis. But if you know, say it's sure for you, you know what you they talk, and you feel defend them, say Buhari is not tribalistic. Let us meet tomorrow. You agree, ba? No wala. We'll meet tomorrow, right? Let me call my WhatsApp number for you, Abubakar Jairo, so that you can follow up with me, so that we prepare for the live, right? Get your spare phone or your something ready, your pen and paper ready. Let me call the WhatsApp number for you so that you can follow up with me. Then we plan the live for tomorrow so that you can come and give us some of your insight why you say Buhari is not tribal. So if you are watching us right now, don't miss it tomorrow. Abubakar Jairo, are you ready? Let me call the WhatsApp number for you. Okay, good. +55 +55 13 99 666 6361 +55 13 99 666 6361. Did you get it, Abubakar Jairo? Say hi to me on WhatsApp. If you don't get it, let me know. Let me call it again. That's the WhatsApp of the platform. +55 13 99 666 6361. If you have been listening to me, Abubakar, you think that maybe I'm supporting Tinubu. That's where, I know where this is coming from. When he's listening to me, he thought I'm supporting Tinubu. No, I'm even condemning Bola Tinubu that he is diabolically smart in the sense that did not help you. Oh, I should call it again. +55 13 99 666 6361. Did you get it now? +55 13 99 666 6361. +55 13 99 666 6361. If you have time now, I can even bring you live. I'll just send you the link to you. I'll send the link to you now. If you're available now, I have the link for this live stream. If I send it to you, you can even join me live now and come and argue for Muhammadu Buhari. When people argue on the extreme on my platform, I give them chance. I once gave a wicked guy a chance some time ago when he said, no, Wike is a good guy, this and that. I said, don't worry, come forward, come and defend. Yes, sir. Okay, you are not available now. Say hi to me on WhatsApp. I'm waiting for your hi. Say, oh, hi, I'm Abubakar Jauro, please, so that I can follow up with you. Then we plan the live and come tomorrow. Come and argue for Muhammadu Buhari. I have nothing against him. Come and speak why you think that Muhammadu Buhari is not nepotistic. So tomorrow, you will recall that Abubakar Jairo have promised life, so don't disappoint my viewers. I'm waiting for your hi on WhatsApp. +55 13 99 666 6361 is arguing that Muhammadu Buhari during his presidency is not nepotistic, right? So come forward, right? In fact, as I talk now, I not just want to talk. The point just the rush come my head. They rush like every rainfall, but I don't want to be saying it. Come forward tomorrow. Let's hear you. Then I will ask you some questions, and if you're able to defend Buhari's appointment, well, it's okay. It's all well and good. So we have people watching us. I'm still waiting for your hi, Abubakar Jauro. +55 1399 666 6361. So I think that he thought that maybe I was if you have listened to me very well, you will know that I'm even dissecting Tinubu's appointment and now he's being diabolically smart. But so you would have thought that maybe I'm supporting Tinubu. That's why if you join a platform, always calm down, listen, follow the argument for some minutes. Don't just come and insult people. Oh, you are an idiot. No, that's a bit childish. But don't worry. Let us, continue. Kanju Beko say, don't waste your time with a normal. No, please don't insult him. Please, no. Please don't insult him. No, he has spoken. He will come forward tomorrow. I'm still waiting for his eye, sir. I'm yet to see it. Please, I me Abubakar Jauro. +55 1399 666 6361. Don't disappoint my people. They're expecting your argument tomorrow. And I'm interested in it. Now, let's go back to what I was saying. So, Tinubu, he didn't want to play into the hands of the North, and he decided to, be diabolically smart. And where the North will wait for him is that, the argument that I was going into before Jairo diverted my attention. Let me tell you something about the North. Tinubu believes that he's smart, but the North is smarter. And I will tell you why. Based on the orientation of the North. What is the orientation of the North? You see, there is Northerners and there are Northerners. There are Northerners and there are Northerners. If you are from Kwara, you are from the North. But the real North are the core North. They see themselves as real Northerners. Those are the real Northerners. You may say you are from the North if you are a Kwara man. It's true. From the geographical center of Nigeria, you are from. Just like Muslim now. In the core North, the kind of Islam that they have in the North, they believe that the one that they are doing in Lagos or Ogun State, is not how Islam supposed to be. They believe that it is that Islam that they are practicing in the North. The way they take Islam, that is how Islam should be taken. So they believe that, you are a Northerner or you are a Muslim, but in the real sense of it, you are not a real full Muslim like that. But if you are a core Northerner, the core Northerner believe that, yes, you are a Muslim because there are some things, the way they take Islam in the core North is different from the way they take it in the South. They may see you as a Muslim, but they believe, say, you're Muslim, you don't really enter light like that. I served in Kano State, so I know what I'm saying, right? Okay, I see your comment, Abubakar Jairo. He said, I'm sorry for the... No, it's okay, my dear brother. It's okay. To err is human, to forgive is divine. It's okay, Let's just continue. Let's just enjoy ourselves, That's just by the way. It's okay, Great to have you here, my brother Abubakar Jairo, Great to have you. So let's continue. So in the core North, they believe that, their own version of Islam, the way they take Islam is the way Islam should be taken, right? So the problem with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and if you look at the history of Nigeria, it's difficult for you to beat the North. Because when they will get back at, look at Goodluck Jonathan. Look at Goodluck Jonathan, for instance. Look at Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan had some form of subtle agreement that, power will go to the North. I know it is you guys' term. Yar'Adua died in office. Please, let me use one term. Let me just use one term. Let me contest in 2011. That don't worry, power will go. But in 2015, Jonathan now decided we want to contest. But do you know what happened? Jonathan was giving almost every good position to the North, thinking he can use it to console the North. But the North is way smarter. They were collecting the position. They were collecting it. When the election came, they followed Buhari. That no, now our power you they use, make power come back to us. Now, looking at Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and you may see this thing that I'm saying, if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not careful, God will not kill us in 2027. I mean, I've even forgotten. It may be some of you that will remember, doctor, did you say something some time ago? Now, in the manifest now, which is that the North, they are smart. They will be looking at you in the sense that you believe that you are appointing a core Northern, you believe you are appointing a Northern Abi. Don't worry, no wonder you are appointing a Northerner. But in their own eyes, all those people you are appointing, you are not really appointing a Northerner now. If you want to appoint a northerner, you will come to Kano State. You will go to Kaduna State. You will go to Sokoto State. You will go to Zaria. Those states, you go to this core north, Yobe, Borno State. You will appoint somebody from there. That is when they believe that you've appointed a northerner. But this one that you are doing, and you are claiming that, you have appointed a northerner. Now, look at Bayo Ojulari, he's from Kwara. You think you are smart. That's one thing about the North. They are dangerous when it comes to power permutation and calculation. Just as I use religion, right? The way they see Muslims in the South, just as that's the way they see it when it comes to appointment. So to them, they know that Tinubu just appointed the Yoruba person. They know. But their hands are tied because the likes of Yakubu Gowon has created the problem. He's one of their political ancestors, or should I say power, power big man. I'm looking for a particular word that is one of their, political lord, or should I say one of their strong political elite, if I can use it like that. Now, there's nothing they can do. Abacha has created some problem. There's nothing they can do. They will accept their fate, but don't think that they are foolish. They know. This northerner, they know. They are seeing you. They know you. They know that you, if they vote you in 2020, if they vote you in 2027, that's how you will continue. You will be deceiving yourself, thinking you are deceiving them by appointing Yoruba people in the name of Kwara and Kogi State, and saying you are appointing northerner. So definitely they know. And when it comes to that, trust me, from the Goodluck Jonathan example that I gave you, not they overlook, not they forget. And just that Goodluck Jonathan was trying to compensate them with appointment. When the time comes, they know that you will continue the pattern in 2027. So that is the tribal dynamics that favored Bola Tinubu. What does that teach us? We must not forget what it teaches us. What it teaches us is that if you are in position of power or you are in position of influence, whether is it at your workplace or anything, make sure you are fair to everybody. In the sense that if Muhammadu Buhari had been somehow fair, if a Southerner has emerged as Senate president, when Muhammadu Buhari was the president, if he had appointed a Southerner when he wanted to appoint Mahmood Yakubu, the northerner will say now that by fire, by force, you must appoint a northerner too. Tinubu will have no excuse. But because Buhari did it, he was somehow nepotistic in his appointment. The service chiefs, majority of some crucial positions, I'm here to see the eye of my brother Abubakar. I want to see your eye. I mean now, let's organize this live tomorrow. Because the point, the flow come ahead. In fact, I'm even retaining some points so that I don't let out, some of my key points that I want to use to knock you out tomorrow. I'm holding them back because I'm about to mention like 10 or 8, but I just hold back, remembering that, you say you want to come live tomorrow. So, my brother, I'm still waiting for your high. No worry, nobody go bully you here. Now, just may we talk, may we just, if you love to defend Buhari, come forward. But if you change your mind, it's okay. I won't still force you anyway. So, the thing that Buhari did is what Tinubu is following. But the dynamics that produce Buhari is not the same that produced Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So now the North already knows that you will come back to them and they are waiting for you. So if Tinubu has an advisor, he should be very careful. These northern people, they're not the forget. Look at the coup, for instance, in 1960. Is it 1963 or 1966? I can't remember now. There was a coup, I think 1966. There was a coup in January. In that particular coup, the coup, the Northerners believed that the coup was targeted at them. People were abusing them in the North. What we read in history is that the wives were even abusing their husband, particularly the soldiers. If you have an argument with your wife, they'll tell you, shut up, Joe. Now, me and go they call Shakara, no be all those Sadada. No be those Igbo people, no be them flushing the house through coup. Now no fit do anything. Yeah, people now go come home. Now we now go they insult. If they are talking in their family, they insult them. In the mosque, if the imam is preaching, If there's a soldier there, he will be throwing shades at that particular soldier. You will know that you are the one that imam is referring to. So he took a tribal dimension, although most of the people that suffered casualties were Hausa Fulani people. Do you know what? In June, I think June, the same 1966, there was a counter coup, and it was led by the Hausa Fulani people. They pay you back. So when it comes to power structure, Hausa Fulani, they don't forget to. They will pay you back. This thing that I'm saying, go and look for somebody that studied history or any good social scientist. Tell them that, oh, please tell me more. They should be able to tell you more about it. So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu thinks he's smart, if I have his contact, I will tell him that, oh, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, come. I'll say, Baba, Alpha, do you really want to return in 2027? If he tells me yes, I will say, be careful of these people. They will pay you back. You will think you are wise, but you are not wise. They will pay you back. That's what history tells us. Favor them. Appoint people from core north small. Romance them. But if you now win in 2027, you feel do what you like for the rest of your 4 years. But now that election is getting close, romance these people. If you appoint Amupitan as INEC Chairman, but some other key appointments, go call north so that you go fit dey in that good book. But if you win in 2027, match anybody face. As a political scientist, that's the advice I would have given President Bola Ahmed Tinubu personally, because I will tell him what history tells us. Using the 1966 instance, counter coup as instance, using the Goodluck Jonathan issue as an instance, I would have advised him as a political scientist that be very careful the way you want to outsmart these people, because these people will come back and pay you in your own coin. And it is in the South that if people want to vote, me now, a pastor cannot tell me go and vote this way. I'll think that, what do you mean? But in the North, immediately the imam or anybody they are doing rankadede for, rankadede. If that person say go this way, that's the end. They will just go that way. That's one thing about them. They will just go that way. And in this instance, they will have something to argue against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's the thing. They will have something to argue against who? Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Shem Dam says, give evidence. Oh, do you know how many evidence I've given? If you have just joined in my live video, you won't draw me back now. You are one person. Do you know how many people are watching me and have been following me? Some people have spent over 1 hour with me. You just joined now. You didn't know where I'm coming from. You are saying, give evidence. No. You watch the video, reverse it back. You will see the evidence you are looking for. You will see it in the analysis I've given earlier. So don't join at your comfort time and you say, give evidence. Which evidence? Are you conducting a criminal trial that you are saying, give evidence? You reverse the video back. You are one person. I won't repeat myself because of just you. My dear brother, Ofun Owocho says, send me your TikTok handle. I'm not too active on all those handles. I have Facebook, I have TikTok, but I'm not active because it's difficult for me to combine. I'm a very busy person. I'll combine YouTube, combine Facebook, combine TikTok. People where they do and they try, maybe that's the only thing they do, but I upload on YouTube, then I'll go to TikTok, go and upload. I'll go to Facebook, I'll go to Instagram. Now I won't keep person. No, but you can follow me on LinkedIn. You will see the link in my profile. If you check my profile on YouTube, you can follow me on LinkedIn. The Facebook something is there, but it's not active. The page is just there. But I hope to activate it, maybe as election comes by the grace of God. But no time for me. Just bear with me. You understand? Just bear with me. So God bless you. Owocho says exactly. Are you giving criminal evidence? LOL. Dog, you too much. It's true now. He said, give evidence. Are you doing criminal trial? You just come and say, give evidence. No, you are just joining me. Do you know people that have been watching me since and have been listening to me? They know I've given a lot of it. I don't run short of examples. When I'm analyzing, I'm a political scientist. If I say something, I can give you like 15, 20 examples, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. And I'll be giving you. So that is just it. So You know, even said what you said I should give evidence of, you didn't even say it. That's why I said you are just joining me. If you have watched me earlier, you will recall when I spoke about slippery statement. What is slippery statement? Have you joined me when I spoke about slippery statement? Because your comment is a slippery statement. Give evidence. Evidence of what? You didn't say it. What do I know? I've said a lot of things. I've made a lot of assertions. Give evidence of what? So what you said is an incomplete statement that doesn't have a meaning, that doesn't convey a message, that is uninterpretable. If you say give evidence of what? So if you say, oh, give evidence of, oh, you mentioned voting pattern in Nigeria. Okay, give evidence of this argument. That is a statement. That is a question. But you just say give evidence. Evidence of what? So that's a slippery. So if you have watched me earlier, you will see when I corrected somebody about slippery statement, you would have known what I mean by slippery statement and you won't make that mistake. That's why I said you are maybe just joining me. That's why I can't reverse myself because of you. Apologies, my dear brother. Share them. I appreciate your presence, but I can't reverse myself just to please you, just because of only you. You understand? I'm sorry. I wish I can, but I'm not here for only you. So if you reverse it back, what you are asking me, get you will get the answer there because I speak with a lot of empirical instances. So for me, Amupitan is a Northerner, but in the real sense is a Yoruba man. Now, let us look at the controversies that have been coming up against this man. You see, fear Nigeria. I swear, if they appoint you into a sensitive position, if you are not as clean as Jesus Christ, Nigerians will shall find something. There are three controversies that have been emerging as regards the new INEC chairman. Aliu Ndayaku, God bless you. He said that there was what are you saying? They will sideline. In fact, Aliu Ndayaku, my dear brother, you see, I suspect something will happen if if Tinubu leaves power. You see, I suspect a situation. May God not kill us. People that are watching me now, take note of this thing that I'm about to say. There may be a circumstance whereby if Tinubu wants to impose somebody on Nigeria, they may resist Tinubu, what he did in Lagos. They may not want to do it. They may not want to allow it in Nigeria because Nigeria is too politically sophisticated than Lagos, and Northerners will not allow you to turn Lagos into your personal enclave. That is one thing. They won't allow you. And another thing is, I foresee a situation whereby if Tinubu is not careful, if a Northerner emerge as president, rather than for that Northerner to flow with the Yorubas, the Northerner will carry Igbo and Ijo join body. And if you match the population of Igbo and Ijo people, it will give you almost the population of the Yoruba people. And these are people that have been power deprived ethnically. So that may happen in the nearest future, in the sense that an Hausa Fulani may imagine 2031. And that person will just look at it that instead of make I carry this Yoruba join body, make I carry Igbo and Ijo join body. In the history of Nigeria, there are three major ethnic groups. The number 4 is the Ijo. We have the Hausa Fulani, the Igbos, and the Yorubas. Nigeria sits on a tripod. The fourth one is the Ijo people. Ijo people are the one producing the oil money. But because they are low in population, they don't have access to power. Now, there may be a situation in the future that if Tinubu won't want too much and the North want to erase Tinubu and his power structure from Nigeria, I said the North are very calculative. They won't allow Tinubu to do what he did in Lagos. If you understand the political dynamics of the North, what Tinubu did in Lagos, that he has been in control since 1999, the North will now allow him to achieve that in Nigeria. The North were the one that stopped this guy's third term, Obasanjo's third term agenda. It was the North. So when the time comes, I foresee a situation that if a Northerner emerge, if he sees that Tinubu don't conquer Yoruba people, the who is who that he can appoint are Yorubas, that person will just sideline the Yorubas and go, and go align with the Igbos and the Ijos, knowing fully well that if you add the population of the Igbos and the Ijos, If you, it will give you almost the aggregate, if not more than the population of the Yorubas. So it will just be satisfying those people, satisfying them, hoping to repeat during election. Hoping to repeat during election. That is one thing that may eventually happen, because that will be the option that the North may decide to subscribe to, because the North will not allow Tinubu to continue with what he did in Nigeria. If you know the North very well, there's something about them when it comes to power and the equation. Don't forget that what they have mostly is power. They have occupied power more than other regions from 1960 to date. So they are used to power, and there's something power does to them in terms of being convenient. Let me give you an example. Some of you that will say, give example. I have a friend. He is an assistant professor at Memorial University of Newfoundland in Canada. He has stayed in a northern state. I won't mention the state just to give him some privacy, right? I won't mention the state. And that's my friend, my dear sister Ngozi, good night. Great to appreciate you. So that my friend, he told me something. He has spent 20 years in the north before moving abroad. He did his NYSC in a northern state. He was one of those that did community project during NYSC. And the northern governor, during their passing out parade, he said that anybody that did community projects, they should give them automatic employment. So in any area, in any sector of their choice. So that my friend that year said he wants to be a lecturer. They now give him job in a polytechnic. I won't mention the name of the polytechnic because I've already mentioned where he is in Canada. So I won't mention any information pertaining to Nigeria to give him his privacy. So that my friend, he told me something. He said, I've lived with these people for 20 years. That when it comes to power, he told me in 2015, he said, Tinubu can never win that, 2015, that Jonathan can never win that election if a northerner contests against him. Because there's nothing Jonathan want to do to them that will please them other than to have a Buhari, because they know that if Buhari get to power, he can do way much more than Jonathan will ever do to them. Lo and behold, it came to pass. They followed Muhammadu Buhari. So that's one thing that you should understand in terms of the power dynamics and equation of Nigeria. So for me, as it is right now, 2027, if Tinubu have his way, by fire by force, they will wait for him in 2031. And I foresee a situation that if Tinubu wants to be overbearing, then they would align with the Igbos and the Ijos to sideline the Yoruba. So it will now be not Yorubas, Hausa Fulani. It will now be the Hausa Fulani and Igbos and Ijos. If this thing eventually happen in the future, some of you will remember that, oh, Dr. Deji said this thing, this is what is. Man, in fact, in 2027, if not that Atiku Abubakar is a veteran contestant, somebody that is addicted to power, he wants to be president of Nigeria. If not for Atiku Abubakar, if it were to be another person, the North, the Hausa Fulanis may sideline the Yorubas and go with the Igbos and carry his joint body. They know that with the voting pattern of the North, if they have somebody like Peter Obi and they're able to convince people like Jonathan and they have the support of the Ijo ethnic group, which happens to be the fourth ethnic group in Nigeria, is a go. So they will just leave Tinubu with his Yoruba people. Then on the election day, Hausa Fulani will go one way, Igbos will follow them, Ijo will follow them, and they will produce a president. I can tell you that for free. They will produce a president. So I foresee this can happen in the future if Tinubu wants to be overbearing. But Tinubu also is a smart guy. When it comes to this, in terms of performance, you may not rate him too high, but he's also a smart guy in terms of all this political abracadabra. Now, they are saying something about this man, Professor Amupitan. One of the controversies that have started brewing, and you will see that in the next few days, particularly the opposition, they'll be coming up with one arithmetic. They'll be doing some permutation. Let me give you a clue to it because it's already evolving. Now, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan, the new INEC chairman, he started lecturing at the age of 22 years. He started lecturing. No, I agree with you, Owochi Okpe. He said the North is not overrated, though. Florence, the North is not overrated. Fear them when it comes to power. I've given you two instances. The 1963 coup and counter coup. In fact, what happened during Gowon era, the creation of states, the regional structure that happened thereafter, that's instance three. Then what happened during Goodluck and Goodluck Jonathan era as regards the death of Yar'Adua? I've given you four references. So don't play with the North when it comes to power. Now, as regards Professor Joash Amupitan, Banana Much is saying, good evening, sir. Okay, God bless you, my dear brother or sister. I appreciate you. Where are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from? Banana Much. Let me know where you are watching me from. Now, I want to tell you the controversy that is brewing against the new INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amupitan. And it says, we only they kindly allow an Islamic scholar from the south to say northern Muslim. Do not regard Yoruba and Igbo Muslims. Please note the sensitivity of religious issues. No, I say it because why? I did a scientific research in 2012 as regards ethno-religious conflict in Nigeria. Let me respond to you. Shame them. I'm not just speaking in vacuum. I may not be quoting references because I'm not speaking to political scientists, but go into scientific research, go and read some of the articles and journals, go and read some of the books that have been written about ethno-religious conflict in Nigeria. You'll find what I'm saying there. I said it because I've done research on ethno-religious conflict in Nigeria before. If you are a Muslim in southern Nigeria, the core north, they see you as a Muslim, but they believe that your Muslim is the soft one. They see you one kind. I said it. Go and verify it. Go into scientific research and read first. Go and read like maybe 5 or 6 articles. Spend time to read. Then maybe on another live show, then you come back and contradict me. Some of you people will speak from ignorance. Somebody that have conducted research, a political scientist, will speak from position of knowledge. You will be speaking from ignorance. You will say this. Why don't you go and verify what I said? Spend some time to read scientific article. You won't want to read. You just want to argue blindly. Pick like 3, 4 scientific article or book about religious conflict in Nigeria. Read it. You'll find what I'm saying there. Now, I didn't give you any reference. I'm just saying pick anyone. So I didn't even give you any reference. Pick any one of your choice. If it is a true scientific article, what I'm saying, you'll find it there. I was in Malaysia. You see, when you guys give me some of these comments, you make me go deep into some of these things. And I just like to scratch the surface sometimes. Let me give you one instance. In Malaysia, I was there in 2012, right? And we were doing a comparative analysis as regards how Malaysians, which happens to be an Islamic country, how they take the Islamic religion, and now Nigerians, which is a secular country, how Muslims in Nigeria, particularly in the north, how they take Islamic religion. Then one of the professors then, Professor Tamizi in Malaysia, said he would like me to meet one Malaysian scholar, an old man. If I know that talk will enter this thing, I would have bring the picture of me and the man in 2012. I've forgotten his name. His name starts with G. You know, is it Ghazali or something? But the professor that introduced me to him there is Professor Tamizi. I remember that one very well. In Malaysia, I'm giving you real life reference now. Sham them. I'm responding to you now. So you know that when I speak, I may not tell you the reason why I say some things, why I made some assertion, but I'm making that assertion as a scholar that knows what he's saying, as a PhD in political science. So when I met the man, he's now a professor. He has white beard. He wrote his PhD thesis, I think, in 1972. And he did a comparative analysis of Nigeria and Malaysia. I met him. We were talking in Malaysia. We're now talking. And now I was now asking him as regards his topic, as a professor and something, his idea about Nigeria, some of the things that he learned during his field work when he was collecting data in Nigeria. He said that Nigeria is an interesting country, but he's disappointed because then he always feared that Malaysia cannot be as good as Nigeria because of the potential that Nigeria has. I believe that Malaysia can never be as great as Nigeria. But now, nobody needs to tell him because a lot of Nigerian scholars come to Malaysia. But how many Malaysian scholars are going to Nigeria to study or for conference? Little or zero. So he knows that Malaysia is greater. In terms of development, he knows Malaysia has left Nigeria. He now told me that one of his recommendations in his PhD thesis, in fact, if I know that talk will reach there, I would have searched my archives and I should be able to get the title of his PhD thesis for you to go to maybe all these academic platforms like ProQuest to go and read that thesis. I'm giving you a reference of 1970 something now. Some of you think that it's in fact, some of you don't deserve me, Seth. I'm telling you. Some of you don't deserve me. When I come online, because you are watching me for free, if it is Netflix that you have paid to subscribe and you are watching me, you will appreciate me. But because you are watching free, some of you will just throw some dirty insult at me. I just look sometimes that way. It just happens. The man said, but he wrote it, one of his recommendations in the PhD thesis is that Northerners needs to be more tolerant in terms of how they see the Islam that other people practice, particularly Southern Nigeria. I'm giving you a reference of a PhD thesis that was written in 1970s. I will now come online and I will tell you that if you are a Muslim in Nigeria, the Northerners recognize you as a Muslim. But you see that your version of Islam, to them, is Islam, but it's not really the way it should be. It's not really the vibe that they want. So when I just said it, you think, this one is because you are not a scholar. I'm speaking of a research I've done in 2012. I'm quoting a reference of 1970 something that you didn't even know that is what I'm quoting. You are challenging me. Why not just listen or ask questions, and be matured about it if you don't know or understand what I'm saying? That's why if you are an engineer and you are speaking about engineering, I will keep quiet because I know knowledge is not easy. So I will listen to you. If I want to ask questions, I will be humble. Say, please, let me gain from your knowledge. Engineer, sir, this, and this, why is it like this? The engineer will explain to me. But if you ask arrogantly or you abuse that engineer, he will just tell you anything or not even answer you. But me, I understand, I'm a bona fide Nigerian, so I understand the way Nigerians react to some of these things. That's why I just took my time to answer you. If you want to know that thesis, write me in the comment section. Shame them. I will find I will find the name for you. Maybe you are a northerner or you are a southerner. I will try and get the name of the thesis because if I look into my books, I will get the name of the man. So you can go and search for his PhD thesis and read it there. He wrote his PhD in 1970 something. Go and read it there. This is a scientific research that I'm talking about. It's not just anyhow idiot. A scientific research, a scholar that have become a professor, a Malaysian that I met in Malaysia. You know how many scholars I've met in my life? My dear brother, may God help us. Where was I said before that my brother distract me? Nigerians now to get problem. Now to like they distract people. Eh? I was speaking about Professor Joash Amupitan. The man, great guy, and now, even if he's not great before, in the last few hours that he has been appointed, he don't become great. Because I will still tell you why I call INEC Chairman the unhistorical president. The unhistorical president. I will still tell you why. Every INEC Chairman in Nigeria, I call them the unhistorical president. Why did I say that? I will tell you. Now, the controversy that is raging about Professor Joash Amupitan is as regards his age. People are saying that you started lecturing at 22 and they are doing an arithmetic. What is that arithmetic? Please give me just 10 seconds. Let me get something at the door, please, my people. Just 10 seconds. Just stay with me. When I come back, I will tell you about the controversy. Just 10 seconds. Let me quickly get the door. Just 10 seconds. Yeah, my people, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah. To those that have stayed with me, trust me, I appreciate you. You know, uh, shame them. After you divert my attention, finish. When I don't answer you, you are now saying good night. You see? Eh? You divert my attention. Now you are saying good night. Hmm? Michael Kiki, I see you, brother. Said Fadipe is saying hi. God bless you. And Logic Tech Life. And I see your comment said, I did my NYC in Bauchi, Northern Muslim, don't regard Muslim people. I didn't even see this comment before. You see what I'm saying? No? You see what I'm saying? Eh? Always follow the comments. Nigerians do like to they give scholar headache. You guys don't deserve me, sir. I would they speak something now, go just divert my attention. There's something that you don't, instead of you to ask questions, some of you will even insult me, just blast me. I didn't even see the comment of this, my brother, Logic Tech Life. I didn't see the comment before answering him. I didn't see. God bless you, Logic Tech Life. He said, I did my NYC in Bauchi, not a Muslim. Don't regard Muslim from Western part as genuine. Oh, Logitech, God bless you, my dear brother. God bless you. I said it, I did my NYC in Kano. Kano, Gwale local government, Galadenchi. I know what I'm saying. Apart from research, I've witnessed it before. Do you know that in the north, there's a way they look at Lagos people? Let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret. If you see somebody in the north, a northerner, if they see that you are from Lagos, they know you. You cannot hide it. Let me tell you how they know. That's one thing I discover. If 100 people stand like this, a northerner can pinpoint the one that is from Lagos. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because they believe that people from Lagos, they have this strange vibe. Like there's something about them. They are fast, they are swift, they know how to move. So when they see you, in fact, people that asked me when I was doing my NYC in Kano, for my service, I go reach like 250 people. When they see my mode of dressing, or the way I speak, or the way I move, you just say, you are from Lagos. I'll say yes. They'll say, oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not a nutter. I don't know how they identify, but they have a way. They just know, Sha, that you are from Lagos. So this average northerners, if they put 100 people like this, you that you are from Lagos, they know that they won't say you are from Ogun State, oh, you know. They won't say you are from Ogun State. They will say you are from Kano State. No, I see you, my brother Clement Ibanga. They won't say you are from Kano State. They will say you are from Lagos. Because why? There's a way they identify. I don't know how they do it, except I speak to a northerner. But I believe maybe it's because of the way Lagosians speak, the way they move, the way they dress. In fact, you see, I like when my comment section is engaged. Obande Joseph said, especially on Friday, let me give you this thing that will shock all of you. Somebody said they don't even pray the same way. See, religion is practiced in a unique way in the north. Oh, shout out to northern people. I love my northern brothers because they are unique in their own way. Oh. If you have not stayed in the north, you won't appreciate some of these northerners. I served when there was no Boko Haram. I served when there was no bandit. If you are a southerner, if you go to the north, it's like you have gone to another country entirely. When I was in the bus park and I was to enter bus to Kano, NYC camp, is in Karaye. I went there to price bus. Somebody was by my side. He just ah, I feel I feel like slapping the man. Say, which kind of pattern be this now? How you go just I just see everybody, they were wearing all these, danshiki. And I'm like, now no they wear shirt at all. Now no get shirt. Now no get round neck. So if you go there, you will get used to them, you will appreciate them. Now, somebody said they pray differently. You see, in the southern part of Nigeria, there's something that happens. You can never see people block road on Friday, say because they want to pray, they no born you well. You cannot try it in Lagos, Ogun, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, because it is Friday. You will now block the road because you want to pray. No, even it is a Muslim like you that will tear you a dirty slap. That's why I said they see Southern Muslims as, not too genuine Muslim like that. But in the north, let me give you an example that happened. Obande, ratifying your comment now. We are learning from each other. This is just like an interactive section. In fact, let me call the WhatsApp number. Maybe some of you want to call in. +55 13 99 666 6361 +55 13 99 666 6361 +55 13 99 666 6361. Again, +55 13 99 666 6361. Now, if you have never been to the north before, this is an opportunity to learn. You are learning now. You see, on Friday, everybody already know. On a Friday, I was serving in the north. I didn't go out. It was around that 1, 2 that they usually pray. And I was on bike. See, if you don't, let me just advise you, my people, fellow Nigerians. If you don't know something, anybody that says it, don't abuse them. Just ask question. I'm telling you. Do you know that when I was on bike, I told the bike man the location I was going. He carried me. It was on a Friday. All of a sudden, we got to a point. I saw a lot of people. They are blocking the road. I was perplexed that what is all this? Why are you blocking the road? A federal road, expressway. What kind of thing is this? Me, a Lagosian, I was shocked. Okay, my sister Linda Madu, God bless you. I was shocked that what kind of thing is this? Do you now know what happened? The bike man stopped. I said, why? What happened? He said he wants to pray. I was like, I beg, you dey craze? How you go stop say you want to pray when you dey carry me go so I no pay you? But as he was stopping, other people were stopping. In fact, if he decide to continue with the journey, he has no road to pass. Expressway that is very neat, no stain. Every car, every bus, every Okada was stopping. Everybody was coming down to pray. Eh? And now look at it that this guy that said, Nifelo Kirun, let's press Joe. Some of you that are old, you remember that song, that they're saying Joe, Chiliki, Chiliki, Joe. He said, Nifelo Kirun, let's press Joe. I look at it and no, this one has not traveled. Nifelo Kirun, let's press Ike. Go to North. Then they pray for express. Everybody will park. Everybody. Me, I'm not a Muslim. And when he parked, I understand as a political scientist, I just went and sit down somewhere. And he did his prayer, thorough, not rushing prayer, not rushing. You know that somebody will be calling, you'll be issuing the command for their prayer. Everybody was praying. And when everybody prayed finish, he started his Okada and we continued the journey. That is how they see it in the north. He started his Okada, everybody entered their bus, and they continued the journey. So they see it as a normal thing. Normal thing that on Friday, anywhere you are going, whether you are going to the hospital, if it is time to pray, particularly on Friday, anywhere you are, you must stop. This thing that I'm saying, don't take my word for it. Ask somebody from Kano State. I served in Kano. And somebody from Bauchi just confirmed. Everybody will stop. But if you are from Lagos or River State, you dare not try. Even if you want to try it, a car would have hit you before you realize what have hit you. But if you go to the north, you must respect them, whatever they are doing. In fact, it is in the north that I learned that if you come during their prayer period, That's why I said the way they see Islam is different from that of the South, right? You know, it's different from that of the South. Shame them. I'm speaking about the dynamics of the North. I'm not abusing the North. I'm saying the fact, the dynamics of the North. Now, you will see that if you want to give a Northerner 1 million naira, if you come during his prayer time, he will tell you to wait, oh, that he wants to go and pray. But all these Yoruba Muslim, all these, Igbo Muslim, if they want to go and pray now, and you enter their shop at that point in time, and you said, oh, what's going on? I want to pay 1 million. They'll first of all wait and collect that money. Oh. Then after that, they'll go and pray. But in the North, if you bring 1 million to them, and it's when they want to go and pray, and the man has not sold anything since morning, and he doesn't have any money, he will tell you that, wait, I want to go and pray. He will go and pray. Oh. He will tell you to hold your money. He will go and finish that prayer. He believes that if you are meant to buy from him, you will definitely wait to buy from him. That's what he believes. That if you are meant to buy from him, you will wait. That's how much they respect their religion. So they believe that their own Islam is very, very pure. But if it is in the South, even somebody that has sold 10 million, if it is when he wants to go and pray, even let me speak about my Yoruba people. So person don't say he don't sell 20 million. He wants to go and pray now. It's about closing the shop. You came, you say you want to buy something of 1 million. He will think that 1 million, 1 million. Let me quickly attend to him. He will collect that 1 million. After that, he will go and pray. But in the North, if he has not sold anything, he will tell you, sit down, I'm coming, I want to pray. That's how much they take religion. Have I abused the North? No. I'm just stating the way they see their thing and the way they take their religious belief and the way they guide it very jealously. So in the same vein, if you are appointing somebody from all this Yoruba speaking community, in the eyes of the core North, the people that believe, oh, we are the core North, you have not appointed a Northerner. You are just deceiving yourself. You have only appointed your fellow Yoruba people, and you are lying just because of geography. You are saying, no, you have appointed a Northerner. They know. They know. And at the right time, they will come for their pound of flesh. I've given you instances in that regard. Now, let me speak about what they are saying. They said Professor Joash Amupitan that he started lecturing at the age of 22. And now he is 58 years old. They said by arithmetic, he started lecturing at the age of 22. Now they said he's 58 years old. So that means he started teaching in 1989. That's when he started teaching as a lecturer, right? 1989. After he was called to bar. Now, what people are saying, that this thing may eventually become a big deal in the days ahead. I hope the prof will be able to defend himself. I will tell you why it is possible and why it may not be possible. Now, he was called to bar in 1988. So that means that while he started lecturing at the age of 22, he has already graduated with LLB in 1987, and he was already finished law school and called to bar in 1988. He started lecturing in 1989, according to his CV. All this, he was 22 years old. Is it possible for a 22-year-old person to be a lecturer, to have earned his BSc, and be called to bar as at that old era, whereby people's education are usually not fast? That means that the professor must be exceptionally brilliant, because as at then, people don't go to school much, they don't value education much, and most of the people, I think it is the days that, according to his age, that it is the day that before you enter primary school, your hand, because I remember some of my uncle, they will say, oh, your hand has to either touch like this, you know Or maybe is it touch like this? There's a way they do it in the olden days that your hand has to touch, like this. That's when they know that, oh, you are qualified to enter school. So people are saying that, okay, if you started lecturing at the age of 22, is it possible that as at that time, you have earned your BSc, you have been called to bar? And don't forget that in that particular period, there's NYSC too, right? NYSC has been established in around that time. It was after the Civil War that they established NYSC. So it means that you must have also served too. You must have also done NYSC too. So three things now. At the age of 22, you have already bagged your degree, you have already served, you have already been called to bar at just 22 years. Now, in today's Nigeria, it may be possible, you know. That's where I'm going, my dear brother, Obande Joseph. In today's Nigeria, it may be possible that, okay, a 22-year-old, we have some brilliant chaps that maybe they're able to gain admission. That's why I said that we tell you how it is possible and how it is not possible. In today's Nigeria, there are some brilliant 15-year-old. In fact, some 14-year-old. I once met a 2-year-old girl some time ago, Idara. The brain of that girl is like that of a 7-year-old. Very brilliant girl, just 2 years old. 2 years of age, but extremely brilliant. In fact, if they want to say things to you, they'll say, oh, I trip. Myself, I trip. As I see that girl, I say, wow. And lo and behold, the father of that girl was a first-class graduate. So I now see, where the intelligence is coming from. That this one too is the first-class product too. So in today's Nigeria, it is possible. If Idara, that I just mentioned, continued with her brilliancy, if she gained admission into university at the age of 15, and she decided to go to a good school. Don't forget that Prof went to University of Jos. Maybe during their time, there was still ASU strike, SANU strike, internal strike, external strike. I don't know. But if he graduated at the University of Jos, that particular time, people are saying that, is it possible in that particular era for you to be 22 years and you would have finished your BSc, you would have, done your LLB, you would have served, and you now be a lecturer. That is the controversy that some Nigerians are peddling. I'm telling you that this thing is brewing afresh. I've been seeing people doing the calculation, doing the permutation. Obade says, my girlfriend served in Uni Uyo as an assistant lecturer. She was 20. This is modern time, right? This is new age, right? Maybe your girlfriend served maybe between 1999 till now. That's still new age era. But the prof was born in 1967. Those were the eras whereby before you enter primary school, your hand has to reach. So maybe before you enter primary school, maybe you would have been 8 years old self. If you are not careful, because your hand has to reach here, then they will know that, oh, you are qualified to enter school. So that's why I said that in the olden days, is it very easily possible? But in today's Nigeria, it is very possible because we have very brilliant chaps. I'm talking of some of the argument that people have been making, right? They are saying that, Oga Prof, how were you able to achieve this at the age of 22 as at the time you were born, based on the circumstance of education at that point in time? You know that in Nigeria, I said something earlier that in Nigeria, you see, except you are as white as snow, Nigerians, they know how to look at the way they finish that Minister of Science something. Look at the man is already enjoying his position. They went to dig up something against him, and they were able to bring out some facts. Look at Yeson Wike. He's already enjoying all his alleged loot. When Nigerians reason in case. So this man now, if the people that are making the argument, if they continue, the man may have some explanation to make. Because I know that all these articles, all these will be, so some of them will pick interest and they will research further. That as at when you were born, those were the time where your hand has to reach your ear, your head, like this. So how were you able to graduate at the age of 22, served, called to bar, and you started lecturing at the tender age of 22. I'm not saying it's not possible. It is possible. But I must also cover the argument of what other people are saying, that in today's Nigeria is very possible. Very possible. But as at when you were born, that time, is it possible? That is one of the, issues that people are saying about the man. And I know that in the next coming days, except if, people that are making the argument, except if they choose not to further it, but in the next coming days, Nigerians, if they want to blow something out of proportion, they know how to do it. Another thing is the northerner or southerner, which I've dwelled on, right? Okay, he says, I finished university in 1977. I was 23 years old. Okay, good. I have some mates who I am older than, and we were assistant lecturers. Okay, that's from Babajide Ladeinde. Okay, you finished university in 1977. So that means that you would have been born, maybe before the INEC chairman. So please, sir, can you tell us your age? Can you tell us your age? Let's make a comparison. Can you tell us your age at the moment now? No, so if it is possible for you, and let me ask you, sir, Babajide Ladeinde, when you enter school, did they do this thing for you that your hand has to touch? Because for you to finish university in 1977, that means you must have been born in the 60s or 50s, right? You must have born in the 60s or 50s. So did they ask you to do this thing? Thank God you are Yoruba or something, because I heard it from some senior uncles that you have to do your hand has to touch like this before you gain admission. So did it happen to you? And so you said you finished university at 23 years old. But in this case, the professor is 22 years old. As I when he started lecturing, he has already has his BSc. He has already been called to bar. And for him to have done that, he must have done his NYSC too. So that's not Nigerian. They will look into all these things, particularly if it's a sensitive position like INEC. So I hope that, the man will be able to defend it. And I hope that, I think maybe based on if Tinubu would learn, he must have used maybe the DSS. He has a lot of agents, DSS, NIA, police. He has a lot of agency under him to have been able to scrutinize the man, because once they are able to find anything, any little small irrelevant thing or any tiny thing about that man, they will build a web of controversy around it, and before you know it, that man is gone. Don't forget that they even tried to build. Oh, okay. Robert says, I did not do my hands. I am 72 years old now. So good. That means that our big uncle here is even older than the INEC chairman, and he said he didn't do his hand like this. So that is a great argument, right? So if he didn't do like that and he's 72 years old, that means that there's probability that some other people too do not do their hand like this before they enter university. So maybe as Mr. Babajide Ladende is lucky not to do that hand measurement, maybe Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan too was also lucky not to have done that hand like this. And he must have been a very brilliant person. And let me ask you something, sir. Mr. Babajide Ladende, during your period, during your era, was there strike in Nigerian university? Because that's another factor. Was there strike during your era in Nigerian universities? Was there strike? Do universities go on strike? Because that is the thing that usually elongates the time people spend in university. So I look forward to your comments, sir. Babajide Ladende, well, all through your time in university, was there anything like strike in those years that you graduated in 1977? So that will make us to arrive at an answer. Some of you don't know that me, if I'm not sure of something, I'm always open to learning. You can see now I'm even trying to learn from Babajide Ladende now, the 72-year-old, but he said not much strike. So it means that there is strike one way or the other, but it's just not much. So maybe in your 4 years program, maybe you spend 4.5 years. If that's what I can relate as maybe not much strike. So under that instance, if we add it to it as well, we add 1 year for the call to bar, then we add the NYSC. And I don't want to believe that the man also served in University of Jos for his NYSC. I don't want to believe so. So if we add all that to it, then can it be 22 when he started lecturing. I'm not saying that he's lying, but I'm just saying that what people are saying, and I like to cover all sides. Like I said, I don't hate anybody, I don't like anybody. You understand? So I didn't graduate in 1977. So Mr. Babajide Ladende, right, is a very great senior. So because I didn't graduate in 1977, you can see that I'm even asking him questions, trying to learn from him, confirm some things from him. So whatever I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. But what I know, I will stand on it. Aliu Angara, I said, I'm also 57 years old as of September 2025. I graduated in 1990. No, your own is fresh. You are a relatively fresh graduate in this instance. You are a relatively fresh graduate. Most people, you said you are 58 years. Okay, almost the same age as the man that was, or the same age as the INEC chairman. But because you graduated in 1990, you are more like a fresh graduate of some sort. The man said he graduated in, let me go and check that something again. He graduated in the 1980s. He studied from 1984 to 1987. So I would use people that graduated in like the 1970s, the 1980s to make my judgment and triangulate the information. I didn't mean I'm conducting a research about it now. Yeah, this our Oga Babajide Ladende is a very strong research participant in the sense that he graduated even way before, and because he has graduated, he has passed through the university system. Definitely, he can be able to tell us more. So I will subscribe to what Babajide Ladende is saying. I haven't graduated in 1977, even before the man graduated. But Aliu Angara, you also a good person in this. You also have a good information because you graduated in 1990. But you are more like, when we are comparing you to them, you are more like a fresh graduate of some sort compared to somebody that graduated in 1977. And Oluwaseun says, my dad is 76 and he did the anthem. You see now, you see what I'm saying, that I wasn't lying. Mr. Babajide Ladende, the 72-year-old man, said he didn't do the anthem. Maybe he was lucky. Maybe his mother is the leader of religion then, or maybe his mother or father is maybe one of the market leaders. So if you know Nigeria now, if you are from a privileged family, you may not do that anthem. But people in his age, people in Mr. Babajide Lade in this age, as at when he was studying, being a 72-year-old man, most of them, because I hear from my uncle that they did this hand thing, that your hand must touch here. That is what they used to say that, oh, we now have knowledge to join school. And I think Oluwaseun is verifying the information. He says his dad is 76 and he did the hand thing. I believe this is based on location, just thinking, okay, no, even if it's based on location. I think the ant thing, I don't know whether they do it in the north, but for Yoruba people, they use, because I've heard it from so many uncles that you have to do that ant thing. So the thing is that for you to do that ant thing, for your hand to reach that thing, maybe you would have been 8 or 10 years safe, maybe 8 or 10 years old before your hand can reach that particular something. So if Ojo Amupitan was one of those that did the anthem. I was able to graduate, do law school, and do NYSC, and he started lecturing at the age of 22. That's what people are saying. I'm not saying that is not the case, but then if the trend continues, he may have to explain to Nigerians and say, oh, okay, when me, that if it becomes a controversy, you have some explanation to know. When I entered school, I didn't do the anthem. Oh, I was exceptionally brilliant, just as Festus Kiyamo, when he was arguing why Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not have one result. Is it primary school result or something like that? I've watched Festus Kiyamo before. He said, oh, in the olden days, even if you are exceptionally brilliant, you can study from home. You cannot, it's not necessary you go to school. He made one very strange assertion that I'm like, Kiyamo, this one is very strong. What kind of assertion is it that if you are very intelligent, you don't need to go to school? Kiyamo, I remember it was Festus Kiyamo that made that strange assertion. during when he was arguing as regards the qualification of Bola Tinubu in the 2023 election. So for the Prof. Joash Ojo Amupitan, it's that may be the case. For instance, there are some people that they may have been privileged. I won't rule it out. I will not rule it out. You understand? And another thing, thank you, Aliu Angara. He said you did a 4-year course. Now, that is, you just gave me another point of analysis. Aliu Angara, God bless you. Now, law is usually 5 years. So, law is usually 5 years. That's another angle to it. Oh. And the prof studied law. And law is usually 5 years. That makes it complicated the more. Because law is usually 5 years, medicine is 7 years, other courses, mass comm, accounting, political science, those are 4 years. In Nigeria, abroad, some are 3 years. Some are 3 years. So if when he studied law, which even makes it more complex. Now, if law was 5 years, then because in most universities in Nigeria, law is usually 5 years. And after spending the 5 years, you may even have to you will even go to law school before you are called to bar. Some universities spend 4 years. Some do it 4 years, but some will say law 5 years so that their graduate can be well grounded. Law is very vast. We have criminal law, property law, different kind of law, and you have to touch almost all the basics before they push you to law school. I think law school is where you go and specialize. I think maybe in your university, maybe you just touch everything. Then law school, you go and specialize on a particular aspect. I'm not sure. I'm just saying I'm not a lawyer. But if, as at University of Jos, in that particular era, if studying law is 5 years, that makes it more complex because that's extra 1 year. That's extra 1 year. So that's why I said that in the coming days, if this thing becomes a big issue, the professor, the new INEC chairman, will have some explanation to make to Nigerians that no, this was how I was able to become a lecturer at the age of 22, haven't graduated, haven't been called to bar, haven't did NYSC. You understand? So at what age, as at then, not now, as at then that they used to do it like this, at what age did you enter university? If you're watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification button. Give me likes, please. Press the love button. Shower me with love. So, at what age did you enter the university? If your course is 4 years, if your course is 5 years, with the little strike that our uncle Ladende said that as at when he graduated in 1977, that there was strike, just that the strike is not much. This is somebody that graduated in 1977. So as at when Joash Amupitan, the new INEC chairman, graduated, Nigeria would don't spoil more. Because even our senior uncle, the 72-year-old man, Babajide Ladende, is even his greater senior in the sense that Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan graduated 10 years after Babajide Ladende graduated. Our uncle watching us, Mr. Babajide Ladende, he graduated in 1977. He said there is usually strike, but it's not much. Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan graduated in 1987, which a space of 10 years, Nigeria don't worse the more. You can't compare 2015 to 2025. Things they worse, the price of things, Nigeria now is things they worse the more. So in that instance, if law, which happens to be a unique course, is 5-year course, how were you able to graduate, study and don't forget that with what our dear uncle Babajide Ladende said, in this instance, if law is read for 5 years with strike, that is not much, then it will be like 5.5 years. Let's reason scientifically. That means that Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan would have spent about 5.5 years or 6 in the university for him to bag LLB law, that the normal time is 5 years, but our uncle here says there's little strike as at 1977. So let's just add 6 months. So that makes it 5.5 years. So if you spend 5.5 years in the university and you go to law school to spend 1 year and you still did NYSC, because NYSC had existed at that time, and you still did 1 year. So if we add it together, that is about 5.5, um, 6, 7, about 8 years. So if the controversy continues, then the prof we have to explain one or two things. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't graduate as said, though. What I said earlier, if you listen to me, is that for him to have done all his degrees in one university, just one, it shows that there is either favor in that department for him, because it's not easy to just graduate from one department, BSc, Masters, PhD. No, we want to taste other schools. There are some things that would have happened that you even think that, no, I don't even like this university. I can never, return to this university. So that is what I see. That is what people are arguing. That is the permutation they are putting as regards the new INEC chairman. That's one of the controversy that is looming. Okay, Babajide Lade, they said law was 4 years when you got admission through prelim, and 3 years if you got admission through direct entry A level. So that means that if you get admission through prelim, so prelim is like jam, right? The year of prelim is like your jam. I know prelim, prelim. So that means that if law is 4 years, direct entry to be 3 years. So that means that if in unit trust it is 4 years, then maybe the arithmetic may still favor him maybe a little bit. You understand? Maybe it will still favor him a little bit. And by the other day, our dear uncle says, my late mother was a nurse, my father was a civil servant, and later qualified. We are from a privileged family. Oh. As at that, as at when you were born and growing up, sir. Hmm. How many people were educated at that time? I have uncle of your age that they didn't even read anything. No. So for you to be educated, you are from a privileged family. For your father to be, my late mother was a nurse. My father was a civil servant. You are from a privileged family as at that time, and a lawyer, and later qualified as a lawyer and called to bar in 1968. Any family that has a graduate in 1968 is a privileged family. You are from a privileged family. What they call privileged family now may be different. You may be calling the Dangote family, the Okoya family. Eyes don't open. But as at when our dear uncle Babajide Ladende, as at when he was born 72 years ago, and all these years that he's saying, you see this achievement that he listed that looks like nothing to you. As at that year, na big achievement. Oh. Say your mama na nurse, your papa na civil servant. He later qualified as a lawyer and called to bar in 1968. Ah, most Yoruba family, they don't have such opportunity. Oh. They don't have such privilege that you have a lawyer that was called to bar in 1968. Your papa sabi book that is how. You are from a privileged family, because those are the thing of class then. Yeah, àwọn alákọ̀wé, you know the way they say, oh, àwọn alákọ̀wé, they see the people will be seeing your family as a special family, as a special breed that your family has a lawyer, your mother is a nurse, 1968. That's he said he started his primary school in Benin City, Western Region, 1959. With the reason why you are able to read to become a graduate, sir, is because your father was a graduate and a lawyer. If your father was maybe all these iyaloja, all these market women, you may not have studied. Because most people of your age, sir, they are even regretting it, because in fact I can say that you will be one of the people that would have enjoyed life when Nigeria was good, when they used to come and pick them from school and they will give you pijo. You will be one of the people that would have enjoyed Nigeria. Most of your mates, in fact, be doing Sarah. You know what they call Sarah? Be praying for your father every time, because most of your mates, they don't have the privilege that you have to have studied and become as at all those 1968. Education is not really valued like that. In fact, it is now that eyes don't they open where we say people they say, oh, you have to be educated, you have to be very educated and all that. Affectionate say, when did he enter university? Because in the 70s and 80s, that was 4 years, but 3 years with direct entry. I don't know. But I'm just saying that Nigerians, no matter how good you are, they will shall dig up something. So that's what they are digging up against the new INEC chairman. They are questioning me that, Alaye, come. How did you become a lecturer in as at 22 years based on your age and what you have achieved then. That's what people are saying. And I know that all these people, definitely they will come up with some things in the days ahead, except if they dig deep and they are not able to find much thing about the man. Another thing is, even before he was appointed, they have already dig up something that he was Dino Melaye's lawyer for 10 years. What does that mean? They don't want Tinubu to appoint him because Dino Melaye is an Atiku guy. He's an Atiku boy. So if somebody is Dino Melaye's lawyer for 10 years, and you now brought out the scandal when it was suspected that it was the prof that would be appointed, indirectly, what are you saying? You are trying to block his chance. Say, oh, no, this one, he go dey lawyer to PDP, which party Atiku dey na ADC. So even before the man was appointed at all, they have already brought out something to throw sand into his garri. You know, the Nigeria, they like to throw sand into Gary. They will bring something out. They already brought that up, but that did not fly. Now that the man has been appointed, what are they saying? Oh, how did you graduate at 22 years? Me, because as at then, I didn't graduate in that particular year. I graduated years later. So I can't say. But people that are old, what they are saying is that how come you not do your hand like this before you enter school? This hand that they do. So that may be something that will be coming up in the coming days. So I think the new chairman has a lot of tasks ahead, but I know that the man is a one assignment man. What do I mean by that? One assignment is that Joash Amupitan may not do anything. Joash Amupitan may insult anybody. If he match anybody face. But you see that 2027. That policy wey go make Bola Tinubu lose, you must not try it. One assignment. If Joash Amupitan is able to, even if he doesn't rig, if he's able to bring policies that we aid Tinubu's emergence, like declaring in 2027 that there's no IRF. If INEC say there's no IRF, there's no IRF. If they say they don't have to use electronic transmission of result and they come up with some silly arguments, so be it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. And that will favor Bola Ahmed Tinubu because they have to take results from the ward to the local government, carry it in this modern age and time, inside more to be transporting it to the something, the state collation center. Then they will sit down and be saying, can you call local government, APC, 2 votes, PDP, 1 vote, Labour. If he does that, he has helped the incumbent. So I see Joash Amupitan as a one assignment man. If he does anything that will aid Tinubu's emergence, even if he doesn't return any governor or he insult any governor, there will be no consequence against him. But if he is bringing policies, and those policies are what will make the election transparent. So if he's bringing all these harsh policies, it will be a corner earlier than he expected. Our dear Uncle Baji letter, they said, you are very correct. Sir, I can't be correct where you are because you are way older than me, but maybe I just get lucky. Thank you, sir. I said, you are very correct. We are giving students those of 500 for tuition and feeding. That was what I heard from some of my uncles. In fact, I like having elderly people as friends. I had one woman as friend. On your Modutuba Mowo, we are back, right? A child that knows how to, I don't know how to interpret it, a child that knows how to, or should I say, a child that knows his way around elders, we eat with elders. That's the loose way I can translate it. The woman was 95-year-old woman. She's late now. She died at the age of 95. I used to use her as the bridge between the olden days and the new days. What do I mean by that? I will go to her and say, Mama, I'll just ask one question. The woman will tell me things. She told me that as at when she was still a CC, that when she was still relatively young, that then when you go to school and you're about graduating, she said that, let me say this in Yoruba because of our dear uncle. Anya, pé obìnrin ọ̀já ẹ̀ máa dẹ̀. Our uncle Babajila then they will understand what I say. Say that pé ìyá máa tú ọ̀já pé ọ̀já ẹ̀ máa dẹ̀. Because as in the mother will feel relaxed that glory has come, because instantly they would employ the guy or the lady, they will give her car. But that now that life have changed, that it is when that child graduates, do NYSC, that your struggle on that child just started. That you still have to be monitoring that child, you have to be praying for that child. Sometimes you still have to be feeding that child, you still have to clothe and house that child. That's what the woman told me. In 90, she died at the age of 95. As at when she told me this thing, she was already 90 years old. But it's those people that usually have good health and she's still moving, she still talks, she still walks. So shout out to you, sir Babajide Lade, and they live long in Jesus' mighty name by the grace of God. Amen. So that is it. And let me, before I close, in the next 5 minutes, I will close. Right? I said something that the unhistorical president, that INEC chairman are always unhistorical president. What do I mean? All year round in the political circle, in the political life of a government, the president is the president. Every attention is always on the president. If you turn in your TV station, you hear, oh, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed. When Jonathan was there, if anywhere you go, Jonathan is the president. But take note of this thing that I'm about saying. When it gets towards the election, like a week to the election, and like maybe 3 days after the election, the person that will be most mentioned like president is the INEC chairman. In fact, people will not even remember that the president exists. If you tune in your TV, you hear INEC, oh, Professor Amupitan, oh, this one, Professor Amupitan. They are dragging this one, Professor Amupitan. They are demanding something from this person. It is to be they won't even remember the president to demand something from him. If you go here, Professor Amupitan, this place, Professor Amupitan. Remember the time of Jega in 2015? Jega, you tune in TV, Jega, you on your radio, Jega. People are speaking in their private room, Jega. Everything, Jega. Is it that the president does not exist anymore? But then, despite the fact that they have the most attention for that short little period of about maybe a week or 2 weeks to the election and max a week after the presidential election, despite the fact that they are the most mentioned person, despite the fact that people are demanding most from them, they never make history as the president. Although, as at those points in time, they even outshine the president because all focus and effort is on them. That's why I usually call INEC chairman the unhistorical president, in the sense that they also enjoy, the attention that the president enjoy, but they never made it to the history book as president. You know, they never made it to the history book as president. That's why I refer to, as a political scientist, I'm just telling you my assertion that I see INEC chairman as the unhistorical president. And that gives credence to the importance of that position. You will see, take note of this thing that I just gave you. I'm about to close, I'm going now. Just take note of it. I'm giving you an assertion as a political scientist now. 2 weeks to the presidential election. Take note of this. And about 3 days after the election or a week after the election, the most mentioned name, both in the print media, the TV, the radio, on social media, in people's parlors and homes, in offices, will be INEC. INEC, Amupitan. They will be dragging him. They will be demanding from him. If people want to threaten, he's the one they will threaten. Oh, this election must be fair and fair. This, that, this. Tinubu will be less mentioned. At that point in time, he has taken the shine away from the president. All eyes is on him. Sorry, my network did not want me to round up, but I will round up. I just had a network glitch. Sorry. No, those period is when you are the unhistorical president. That's why I tag INEC chairman, the unhistorical president, just to give effect to how important their position is. I wish Professor Joash Amupitan a successful tenure, but I would just say that he should try and go and read about how to function effectively without being a puppet. Professor Joash Amupitan, if you ever get across to see my video, you know, you are my good senior. I just have a PhD. You are already a professor, So shout out to you. But please learn how to function without being a puppet. Like Akpabio now is acting like a puppet. Oh, anything Tinubu do. No, you can function effectively. Look at Saraki when he was Senate president. He functioned, but he wasn't really a puppet. And Buhari still have his way. He would allow for debate on the Senate chamber. People will debate issues. And then at the end of the day, the Buhari camp will still have their way. But he makes sure that he gave people a sense of belonging. So Professor Joash Amupitan, if he wants to have a successful tenure, learn how to function without being a puppet. Learn how to function effectively without making it manifest that you are a puppet. If you can't balance it, then as you are leaving that office, Nigeria will follow you with curses because Mahmood Yakubu now, Nigerians are not finding it easy with him. Shout out to all of you that joined my live stream. I didn't know it would be this long. It's been a very interesting time with all of you. Shout out to Digitalization says, did he achieve all this in 15 years? Because it must be 7 years before he entered primary school. You can see that there are different perspectives to this argument. Now you are saying it must be 7 years as at when he was born before he entered primary school. And he will spend I think that they used to call it Form 6 and all that. So he will spend some years in the primary school, he will spend years in the secondary school, he will gain admission. So when he finished secondary school, did he gain admission immediately? Is it that brilliant to gain admission immediately? So people are saying that, oh, this 22 years old is not that easy as at when this man was born. For you to be 22 years old and you would have finished BSc, you would have finished law school, you would have served, and you'll be a lecturer. I don't know whether that is the case, but even digitalization is bringing another dimension to it that it must have been 7 years before he entered primary school. Well, I wish the professor a successful tenure. Mine is to dissect the issues and leave you to make your judgment. But I wish him a successful tenure. My advice for Tinubu is beware of the North. Try to balance things. Don't just be appointing Yoruba people from the North Central and say you're appointing a Northerner. The North will not forgive you. They will come for you and they will pay you back at a time that I believe that your case will not end with Adaino, but may the best happen to Nigeria in 2027. It's been an interesting time with you. Shout out again to our dear uncle, Babajide Ladende, 72 years old. Where are you watching me from, sir? If you can tell me that in a moment, where are you watching me from, Mr. Babajide Ladende? Because I was able to, get some information from you as regards schooling in the olden days. So I'm very happy that I have such an elderly person watch me. And I'm humbled that, you find me worthy of viewing. God bless you, sir. Live long by the grace of God. Maybe you should, from Abeokuta. Egba. Abeokuta, you are from the home of MK Abiola, the great Fumilayo and so. Abeokuta has produced a lot of great people. I don't know what's in that particular village. There's something about that Abeokuta. Because I think Abeokuta produced, is Obasanjo from Abeokuta? Yes, Obasanjo is from Abeokuta. Because I remember when he was a president, there's a man from Abeokuta that can die because of Obasanjo. They'll say, Egba meji ń jẹra wọn níyàn, bá wa náà ni. So Abeokuta has produced some interesting people. We have all these Kuti family. Those are the historical family. When they say a family that has been well known, not all these new takers. The Kuti family, from Layo and some Kuti, Bekor and some Kuti, the Kuti family is well known. So shout out to you, sir, from Abeokuta. Gaming Tobidara, you are just joining. I'm closing. If not that I waited to know where our uncle is, who is watching me from, I could have closed self. But anyway, great to have all of you. You can reverse back the video and watch it. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with your short plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, see you in my next video, and always remember that I love you all sincerely.